Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, depending on where and when you're watching this broadcast. I'm Thomas Fessa, my friends, and this is Disclosure Tonight. Happy Tuesday, July 21st. Would you look at that? We're in the third week of July, and we're finally getting some traction going on here. Yeah, new executive directive. We'll talk about that shortly, but trust me, folks, it's as good as an executive order. I'll show you the text for the Department of Justice on that note. Before we get into tonight's topics, let's go ahead and welcome in our chat. Who the hell do we have out there? Let me increase the font size so I can read from across the room and welcome everybody. And we got the Greasy Weasels back again. We got A. Phil and April's out there along with Craig Smith. CW Bet B is out there along with Daily Saging Donna. D. Henderson's in the chat along with Digger Dog. Yeah, it's a live show. We're going to welcome everybody in. We have to. I know some people don't like it, but just skip to about 2 minutes and you'll be fine. Who else we have out there? We've got Craig Smith popped up along with Dusty Iggy. We got Ed Zachary, Eliza Teal, Elvis Row 10, Firefly, and Geraldine Durazio. Grateful Benny's in the chat along with Jay Boone, Jackson, JJ. Joe Has Gas. Along with John Geldhill and Kelly Bro with those piercing blue eyes. Good to see you, Kelly, as always. Where's Jan? Love you, Jan. Don't see her right now. Hopefully you're watching somewhere. Light Melinda's out there along with Lisa Trusty. We got Lori G, Magnum, Marcus and the Mandels, and Michael Drew's out there. It's his freaking birthday today, 75 years old. Wow. Thanks for spending your birthday with us, with you and Mom. Hey, Mom. Who else do we have out there? We've got Mississippi and Nate, also Necessary Dialogue, Niles Guy, our mods. We got Obscured Future, PC Anderson, Randy Robert John, Scooby Dooby Gooby, the Sinus Guy, Sir Alert, Steve Mateo, Teresa Loves Our President, Trevor, where'd you go? Trevor Williams, and Wolf Dog 25. How about that? Couple little delays here and there, and I made it through it, folks. What a day. It'd be a good one, huh? Yeah, we got up to 91 degrees here in the Pacific Northwest. A little bit warm for us, but I've got the little air conditioner cooling this off, so we're going to have a nice, relaxed time today here in Disclosure Tonight. The key word is relaxed. We're going to have a fun
What was the humidity?
Oh, it's 46%, Daryl.
Oh, great. So not high humidity and 91.
Yeah, it's not like in what is in, God, Michael, when Michael, you're still in the back, you were just telling us it's like 90s, or Joseph, you're in the back, was just saying it's like 90-something% humidity in New York.
91% humidity, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
A big storm came through, and right now there's 91% humidity here.
Oh, Mike, you're not too far from Joseph.
I know.
How you doing? Hey, I like the new picture.
Yes, I love the new picture. You did a fantastic job with it. Thank you very much, my friend.
Absolutely. Got to have some fun with it. Hey,
yeah, absolutely.
We're color coordinating with the show. I like it.
Perfect. That's the way it should be.
Yeah. So, every day you get up, you take a look at the news, what's going on. Are we going to have something to talk about today? And kabam, kaboom. Sure.
We have some things to talk about today.
Sure as shit, man. There's no stopping that, and there's no stopping Disclosure at this point. Let's get into the top story of the day. What am I talking about? Oh, yeah, where's that title card I put together we all had to look at today? Here it is. UFO news update, of course. Trump waives NDAs for UFO whistleblowers. Well, it's not exactly as good as you think it could be, but it kind of tells the story, but we got to get into the details, Mike.
Yes, sir, we do.
All right, so let's get into it. All right, long hidden UFO information at center of Trump push to free former officials. Remember Anna Polina Luna's talked about this, and a bunch of other ones. Eric Burleson and, of course, Tim Burchett has talked about we've got something coming from the White House, but we just have to be patient.
Yeah, well, we definitely got something from the White House, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right. Jesus Christ. They're going to make it that big. All right. So, yeah, they're going to take their shit and put it up at the top. I can't get... Actually, you know what? I can. Hold on. I go to here, and if I say inspect, I go to the... Oh, God damn it. I go to the page. And there we go. I fucking deleted it. Screw you, ads. We don't want to look at you.
Good job. That was nice.
I know, but it didn't get... Okay, so let's just zoom up a little bit, get it down. God, they didn't even do shit for mobile on this thing. Fucking Fox. All right, let's deal with it. All right, so exclusive. President Donald Trump has directed. Let me just try one more thing again. Hold on. Inspect. No. Where's the carousel? No. Ah, there we go. I killed it now. Sorry, folks. Sometimes you just got to work through. All right. Now we can get it in a mobile-friendly format. Well, I can make the text, and I can make the text fucking not too big. All right. Here we go. Exclusive. President Donald Trump has directed federal agencies to waive prior non-disclosure agreements for former government employees and contractors cooperating with unidentified anomalous phenomenon investigations, Fox News Digital has learned. Quote, President Trump recently directed the Department of War and the intelligence community to allow former government employees or contractors that have relevant information about the disclosure of UAP to come forward to meet with designated government representatives. Those two are AARO or the President's UAP Task Force, also known as Pursue, and have their prior NDAs abrogated. A senior, end quote, a senior administration official said, with AARO referring to, of course, the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, the Pentagon office established to cover up UFOs and other unidentified anomalous phenomena. Well, yeah, they are covering it up. It's a flight paper operation. Yes, Susan, my dear lady, we are talking about you. So now, shoot, go away before someone lands a house on you. All right.
I've got a question for you real quick. Sorry. Does the word former cause any problems?
It's better than nothing.
But I mean, is like Eric Davis former or current?
Yes. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
He's current.
It depends. He worked for some different parts. So in some cases that he could talk about, he is a former employee.
Yeah, I wonder if they look at it like...
I don't know.
The words. Okay, sorry.
The word salad that is the word salad. It could have been worse, trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Especially salad, yes. All right.
Especially if he was eating it.
Another senior administration official emphasized the move was not a, quote, declassification directive, end quote, and only allowed employees to come forward through government channels, which means... yes, whistleblowers are going to be coming forward. They're going to go talk with Susan and the friends over at AARO, or they're going to come to the Pursue office to go ahead and handle this. And to quote someone who I'm not going to quote, Pursue is better. AARO is pretty much worthless. Good one on that. The national security, Daryl. And to disclosure.
Okay. Can you give us the initials of the person that you're talking about?
No, I can't.
L.E.?
Where is it? It should be the one that says drink. Cheers. On video full, Thomas, big, guest only, guest. Here it is. I need to move this up to the top. Okay, Daryl. Cheers, my friend.
Oh,
and there we go. You can't give up your sources. I don't have a lot of sources that I talk with, so I digress.
Do you know where a big UFO is covered up by any chance?
That's something you have to ask Ross. But Stephen Greer says there's two of them.
Oh, God.
Officials say years of congressional inquiries, whistleblower allegations, and newly declassified records have raised questions about whether additional witnesses have remained silent because they believe prior non-disclosure agreements prevented them from cooperating with government investigations. AARO said, oh, it's okay, it's okay. Look at the paper. It's not okay. AARO's saying, yes, tell us. And they're looking at this saying, no fucking way, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to go kill myself. That's not the way to handle it. So,
yeah.
People
McCaskey comes to mind. Sorry.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
Mm.
You know, Grush really already dropped his load. He pretty much told them everything. During the last administration, he advised the president directly. Not people of Congress, but Congress isn't even in the Pursue thing, so they're out of this loop at this point in time.
And is he a current employee, or is he's a consultant?
He works for the legislature, not the United States government.
Okay.
It's different.
But his security clearance was restored by the United States government, and that should still be active.
Yeah, but
in a
now,
much more diminished capacity.
But now, even if there are security clearance issues in the NDA that says he can't go ahead and talk about it, he can frickin' sing like a bird. I'll take it.
Only to certain individuals like AARO or Pursue.
Yes. Nothing's going to go to the public, and we're not going to be sitting there waiting for Jeremy Corbell to come and tell us what the whistleblowers told him because he's got the info. He's going to hold it back 3 months for his media plan. No, it's going to be quiet, but potentially this should help us figure out where some of these bodies are buried, literally, to bring forward the information that everybody wants.
Like Bigelow?
Oh, yeah. Tom Kelleher, I believe, was his number 2 man in control.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like Jay Stratton is a former employee as well.
Oh, God, yeah. There's some stuff about his book coming out that's in his book that the UFO Joe put out today. Wow. It's going to be one hell of a memoir, I'll tell you that.
I've got that pre-ordered.
Nice. Like other government employees and defense contractors with access to classified information or sensitive national security programs.
Ooh. Clinky, clinky. Get my drinky.
There we go. Many witnesses would have signed non-disclosure agreements as a condition of receiving security clearances or access to restricted information. Those agreements generally prohibit the unauthorized disclosure of classified or otherwise protected information and typically remain in effect even after an individual leaves the government service. Yeah, I think it goes on for the term that you're alive at this point, and maybe after you're... Yeah, they were talking about, Mike, extending it after death. So if you do go ahead and give out the information after death, your family or your descendants pay for it, whatever it is.
Right. Next of kin.
Yeah. So former officials and contractors who disclose protected information without authorizing risk losing security clearances, Portland, face civil penalties, thank you, Jeremy Corbell, in certain circumstances, criminal prosecution if classified information is improperly disclosed.
David Grush.
Yeah. Under the new but he actually followed the rules.
He did, but they still tried to fucking prosecute him under the Espionage Act.
Yeah. I just feel sorry for the people who were in the DNI, you know, that they're going to send the Belgian Malinois after to go ahead and track down who was the person giving out Dylan Borland's information to Jeremy Corbell.
Did you say the Belgian Malinois? What was that?
Yeah.
What is that, a dog?
It's a dog. You never seen those dogs? Like
No, I didn't. Never heard it
They're like
pronounced
the
that
ones
way.
who go and run up a wall that's 20 feet high, jump reverse, catch something and bring it down and land perfectly, and they want to do more.
The ultimate canine police dog.
Oh, yeah. Genetically engineered by the Germans, I believe.
No,
Belgians.
Imagine
there we
that.
go. Yeah, there we go.
That explains their blue hair and blonde eyes. I mean, blonde hair and blue eyes.
Under the new process, oh, God. With blonde hair, that would be a golden retriever mixed with a husky.
Yeah, or border collie potentially, maybe.
There we go. Under the new process, former government employees and contractors who believe they possess relevant UAP information would first meet with designated officials at, no, they're not going to go to AARO because they don't want to go to AARO. They don't trust AARO. Or, come on. Their spokesperson. You want to go meet her? Do you want to go hang out with Susan?
Not without a biohazard suit for the Vajuses.
Yeah.
Or the president's UAP task force, Pursue. You know, didn't we get the first UAP task force under Trump in the first time?
That was 2019 with Jay Stratton.
Yeah.
The UAPDA. That was, that was Trump.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Who hold all the appropriate security clearances. During those unauthorized discussions, any applicable non-disclosure agreements could be waived, allowing witnesses to share information without fear of violating prior agreements. Information, whether those are delivered in writing, Mike, or verbally, because you know what goes on. A lot of people say things to threaten and scare people, right?
Yeah, all the time.
Bingo. Okay, so information provided through the process would be reviewed through the administration's existing declassification procedures. So any information that is received that sheds light on the UAP mystery will ultimately be made public. I didn't see that sentence. Neither did you.
Yeah, I
But
saw that. That's what I was saying to Mike earlier, is that they said eventually it'd be made public. When we were talking about how we'll never see the light of day on a lot of those, this is what they said.
Yeah. So there is a chance we can get some stuff, but it's just going to take some time.
But who's the official?
I don't know.
God, I hope it's somebody good.
You know, the officials that I talked with talked with the highest level of certainty.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Ross.
Yeah. But Ross did have a good interview with Dr. Phil today.
He did.
He did. What did he bring out, Mike, about what kind of footage are they going to see?
Gun camera footage is going to put on high definition videos, because so far in the last 4 tranches, we got very down-resed videos that you couldn't tell shit that he was complaining about.
We're also going to get radar tracks and sensor tracks that goes along with it.
Right. So we're going to have an idea of what the orientation is of these videos and when they're taking place.
Well, interesting fun fact, we also learned that Dr. Phil has been a pilot since he was 16 years old.
Yes, that's true. And he has the ear of the president, because they talk, and he's on a presidential council.
Well, he's on a council for, like, what is it again?
Psychology, mental health crisis in this country.
Yeah.
That he's been dealing with for 25 years.
Yeah, granted, he didn't get he stopped renewing his practicing license for psychology in 2006 because he was in media. He didn't need it anymore.
Right. That's right. And he doesn't need it to be on the president's council either. So, right.
It's good. It's good. You know, actually, it might be a good thing that he actually would be on the Pursuit Council. You never know.
No, he's not on Pursuit. I wish he was, but he's not. Not yet. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Maybe his buddy will put him on.
What?
No, you did just a second ago.
Yeah, it could be. Well, yeah, I get the information downloaded. I bring it up, and Mike said, yeah, it could be a possibility. There's a damn good possibility he could be, but we don't know just yet.
Shit, there's all kinds of possibilities these days. This is just magnify the possibilities.
Hey, it goes along here. You don't know what you don't know.
Right.
It's right there.
I agree with that.
The official said the administration does not know whether potential witnesses actually possess significantly new information, but wants to remove any perceived legal barriers to investigators who can determine whether previously undisclosed information exists. If they're talking with AARO, they're going to deny everything.
Yeah.
Whistleblowers do not go to AARO. You get a picture.
No.
Yeah.
AARO show them a balloon if they want, or Chinese fucking weather balloon like Avi likes to tell everybody.
I want a balloon. I want a balloon. I want a balloon. No.
Who is that dude you keep showing anyway?
I don't know who that dude is, but I can tell you it looks like it has a very big penis.
Why is she always staring at me? It's like I went to this one party down at Western Illinois University, and we're at this big party, and across the room there's this gargantuan woman, really well set with, makeup painted on with a paint roller. And she kept on staring at me, and I was like, what the fuck is that? No, what was I like again? Oh, yeah. Where's that at?
What the hell is even that?
And I had to point it out to my friend Roy, who was with me. And he was like, oh, my God, get away. All right, let's have some fun, folks.
When you say paint on like with a roller, you mean like who's
my ex-wife and her sister would put up so much foundation it was literally like you would take it with a paint roller, like you're painting the walls.
I'm thinking like the Drew Carey show. What's the woman who was in the Drew Carey show?
Mimi with the blue hair. Yeah, Mimi.
That's what I'm thinking of.
No, not with the big makeup and the overall eyes and everything like that. No, but
okay.
No.
Yeah, the clown makeup.
But no, but the foundation was like put on. We could, if you touch it too far, you'd leave a fucking trench. All right.
Like Bondo. Like bodywork on a car. Yeah.
Yeah. The official said, and the color was always wrong, so it stood out really well. The official said the focus, and they always said, oh, look how pretty I look. Oh, I look pretty. Yeah. The official said the focus is on incidents that remain unexplained rather than known foreign technology, classified U.S. programs, or natural phenomena. So in other words, no bullshit, no fucking balloons, right? I think that's what they're saying, right?
Yeah, I hope.
No balloons, no bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The latest director of Bill's administration's effort to declassify decades of government records related to UAP previous releases have included FBI and Pentagon records. Where the fuck are the pit records from the CIA? Just saying. Just saying, folks. Anna Luna keeps on covering for them. But what have we gotten from them so far? What have they found or haven't they found?
We
got
found shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got the sound effect for that.
Oh, yeah. FBI and Pentagon records describing unexplained sightings reported by military personnel, law enforcement, and even astronauts, including accounts of glowing mother orbs that witnesses said released smaller orbs near a sensitive U.S. national security state that AARO never told us about. Nope. Those records don't exist. All right. Okay, said that don't exist. Okay, mother orbs witnessed. Okay, national security site, mysterious orange spheres observed during military operations. An Apollo era transcript in which astronauts described unexplained lights, jagged and angular fragments drifting outside their spacecraft. But what about even the photos that were out there that NASA covered up?
Yeah. I mean, those are pretty, those keep getting more interesting by the day.
So the latest tranche of UAP records included expanded details and imagery from a 2015 incident involving an UAP over the Pantex nuclear weapons facility in Texas. Yeah, that's where we kind of refurbish all of our old nuclear warheads, along with newly declassified infrared footage showing a mysterious six-pointed star-shaped object tracked by U.S. military sensors over the Yellow Sea on July 1st, 2025. See what happens if you piss in the ocean too many times? It turns it yellow. The officials said that the next tranche of files will be made available very soon.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Very soon.
All right, Daryl, let's do a survey.
It's a poll.
It's a poll. Let's bring on Anna Polina.
All right, let me get this thing ready.
Will the next batch of UFO files be here this Friday? Yes or no?
All right, here we go.
All right, by that sound, folks. Fucking loud. There we go. In the background, I can't hear. I'll remember to get rid of it anyway. Let's bring it up and say, what does our audience say? Oh, God, we're 50-50 at this point. With 6 votes in, 38 votes in, 50% of our audience is saying yes, and 40% is saying no. Well, 55 votes in. Can we get to the usual 77? Hey, okay, Google. Set a timer for 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Sure. 1 minute and 10 seconds. And we're starting
now. Wow, look at this. This is one of these polls where it's 50-50, nice and nifty.
Mm-hmm.
47 saying yes, 55% saying no.
I think you're pretty safe to say no, but I said yes. I'm a gambler.
But either way, if it doesn't happen on Friday, if I don't get the call at 5:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning from Mike saying, hey Thomas, we've got one. That means, oh God, I need it. Then we know it's not going to be there. But it could happen. We don't know. We just can't set our expectations for it, but we can react to it and be surprised. That's right, folks. If you're watching the show now and there is a new tranche coming up, we will have a live show as soon as I get my ass out of the bed, post a live stream, and click the button to start the show, and then we will cover it live. And yeah, we'll be back again in the evening to deal with it. So still 55% of the audience is saying no with 9 seconds left with 99 votes. And hey, we're going to get 100 votes here, Daryl, without even asking. 100 votes.
Yay. We didn't even have to have anybody mail any in or finagle the machine.
Wait for a week till it come out, until they can go ahead and count all the fake votes that came in.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That's Seattle. I mean Washington. Yeah.
Yeah. See.
Yeah. So 103 votes came in. Will the next UFO dump be this Friday? 46% said yes, 54% said no. So we'll go with no, but you never know. And don't be surprised if something happens. Not bad.
Yeah.
Let's get to it. The directive follows years of complaints from some lawmakers and whistleblowers. Wait. I didn't turn that fucking sound off. There we go. Sorry, audience. The directive follows years of complaints from some lawmakers and whistleblowers that former officials with first-hand knowledge were reluctant to come forward because of security obligations. Yeah. Secretary of State Marco Rubio back in 2023 said that the multiple individuals with first-hand knowledge had approached the committee but were hesitant to speak publicly because of potential repercussions coming from Marco Rubio, who could be our next president, by the way, thank God. We definitely don't want to get Vance in there. No. Some of these people still work in the government, and frankly, a lot of them are very fearful. Oh, fuck. Some of these people still work in the government, which means at this point they can come forward. And frankly, a lot of them are very fearful of their jobs, fearful of their clearances, fearful of their career, and some, frankly, are fearful of harm coming to them. He said to News Nation in June 2023.
No.
Yes. Grant immunity to anyone who has already come forward, and everyone will come forward. Open the door and let them speak. Representative Eric Burleson from the Republican from Missouri. Yes, he's from the Show Me state. And no, don't show it to me, Eric. I don't want to see that. Demanded during a June 9 press conference on Capitol Hill. Public interest. Oh, you fuckers. God damn it. Give me a second. There we go. I'm sorry, I had to go delete that shit out of there again.
Yeah, Tom Whitmore just joined us in the back. Welcome,
nice.
Tom.
Welcome, my friend. Let's get through this. Public interest in UAPs accelerated in 2017 after the New York Times revealed that the Pentagon had quietly operated a secret program to investigate unexplained aerial encounters and published Navy cockpit videos showing objects exhibiting unusual flight characteristics. Of course, since then, Congress has held multiple bipartisan hearings on the issue, which accomplished fucking nothing. Lawmakers have pressed intelligence agencies for greater transparency, and they haven't given them fucking shit. And former intelligence officer David Grush's allegations that the government had concealed information about UAP programs and biologics and crash retrievals, etc. Renewed calls for additional disclosure, despite the government's denial of his central claims. But if he made claims that were so wrong, Mike, why did the Air Force go after him and try him for treason?
Because he obviously was telling the truth. Because if he wasn't telling the truth, you remember that when he testified under oath, he could have been prosecuted for lying by the Congress, which they've done before. They did it to Michael Cohen, President Trump's former attorney, and he went to jail for almost 5 years. Oh, also, the Inspector General that he made a complaint with, David Grush, found his complaint to be credible and urgent. So, yeah, he was telling the truth, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. During that same event, former Air Force intelligence officer Grush renewed allegations that secret UAP programs have operated out of normal congressional oversight, calling it, quote, a real fraud, waste, and abuse issue, and claiming his investigation uncovered, quote, slush funds to the tunes of billions of dollars per annum for these activities. But didn't he also say that they were involved in what kind of
illegal criminal activities, like back during the Iran-Contra affair,
to go ahead and fund to fund this stuff?
Yes, illegal guns, illegal drugs. They were doing that to fund the Disclosure legacy programs.
You know, since we brought it up the first time, if you noticed, ever since we started talking about that, Patrick has been missing. We love you, Patrick. We hope you're safe.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. The
But we
Pentagon
know right where he is.
Yeah, the Pentagon has disputed Grush's central claims, and AARO has said its investigations found no verified evidence of extraterrestrial technology or credible evidence that the government has secretly recovered or reverse engineered craft of non-human origin. So there's the tagline and tie line for our fucktards over at AARO.
Yep.
Yeah. So good news is okay. Now the next thing I want to cover. The president issued something called a presidential directive.
Yes.
And other people we were talking about today say, where's the executive order?
Right.
But they didn't realize, or they didn't, I'll use the word they because it's a pronoun, okay? Everybody uses it. It did not realize that a presidential directive has the same level of authority as a executive order.
Right.
Does that mean it continues past his presidency and is only removed if the other president says remove it?
Yes. So legal effectiveness of a presidential directive. Okay, so this is coming from the Office of Legal Counsel, the U.S. Department of Justice. I think they kind of know this to a degree. Legal effectiveness of a presidential directive as compared to an executive order. Now, this was brought out, look at the date, January 29th of the year 2000. This is well before Trump is out there, so this is not him trying to change the law. It's the law that's there. Just understand that for those with TDS. Head notes. A presidential directive has the same substantive legal effect as an executive order. No, go to bed. It's the substance of the presidential action that is determinative, not the form of the document conveying that action. Both an executive order and a presidential directive remain effective upon a change in administration unless otherwise specified in the document, and both continue to be effective until a subsequent presidential action is taken. So in this area, he could potentially be giving a presidential directive because it's going to be a little bit out of the radar and say, we're going to go ahead and take all the executive orders and we're going to rescind all of those. Now,
I've never heard of anybody doing that.
No, never. Now, if we go ahead and go over to, Jesus Christ, did I lose it? Oh, fuck. Give me a second here. I know I asked this on some window earlier. Hold on. I think this is me. Yeah, it's me. Okay, I got it. I did this today when I was talking to my friend over chat earlier today. And I said, yes, I even went to the White House and I looked to see what's going on. So there's a place you can go to on the White House website where you can get a listing of all presidential actions, including executive orders and other things that have taken place. And we've got a presidential action, a proclamation imposing additional duties to offset kitting discrimination against the commerce of the United States. Yeah, I guess we're going to take all the alcohol that's coming out of Canada and put a 50% tariff on it because those people in Canada, they've been improperly taxing Jim Beam and other spirits. So in the spirit of national security, Daryl. Cheers. Right.
Hopefully they pay for the filter on my air conditioner too to get replaced since it's all filled with dust and soot.
So if we look back at this, imposing additional duties for Canada, imposing additional duties for Canada again, he likes that. 2 proclamations in a day, further strengthening actions taken to adjust imports of aluminum into the United States from Canada. securing America's defense supply chains and ensuring domestic acquisition of critical materials not coming from Canada, and the nomination sent to the Senate. And we have captive nations this week, Made in America week, and now we're back to July 14th. So there has been absolutely nothing coming out from the White House presidential actions to go and see what's going on. However, it's not that it didn't happen. Not all presidential actions or presidential declarations like we're dealing with here actually wind up on the website. You know what this kind of feels like, Daryl? It feels like he's just kind of doing this off the cuff, and he's trying to leave as least of amount of a paper trail for the shit that he's doing. Why would he do that?
No, I'm curious why he doesn't do the executive order, but as we were talking about before, my guess is that it's maybe just too in your face for some people to do an executive order.
Yeah. But it may be, but at least we know at this point for what's going on that a presidential directive is equivalent to an executive order without all the paperwork, without him getting out the Sharpie and signing. I like to see him sign his name really big and hold it up and show it to everybody saying, yes, I can sign my name. Not like the previous president.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. Well, at least we know now, right? Everything we've been doing is equivalent to an executive order without the executive order being in place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I do have some shovels. I have a flat nose shovel. I have a narrow shovel, and I have a pointed shovel. Which kind of shovel would you like to help you, Shelley? Okay. So we got that taken care of. Now, in some other news, since we got this taken care of before we get to other stuff that's going on, well, we've got the HR 8800, which is the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2027. If we remember, God, their website actually works so nicely for, thank God, some programmers know how to do some stuff over in the house. This is for the National Defense Authorization Act for approval coming out of the House of Representatives. This is House Resolution 8800. And a bunch of people, including Luna and Burleson and Andre Carson. I think Andre Carson's from your state, isn't he, Daryl?
He is, indeed.
Yeah.
Indiana,
of course. So who's your state?
Who's here?
Look for Burli. Nope, not that one. Aha! I found it. Here you go. This is updated today. You know, and I even found today Grok lies.
Really?
Yeah, I brought this up to Grok. I was trying to get some information. Said, oh, yeah, that was failed, whatever it is. I said, did you look at the document that I gave you? And it's like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. It's not going to happen. It was turned down in fucking June. And I took a screenshot of this. And I sent it to Grok, and it was like, oh, yeah, apparently, yes, it looks like it is, because right now, what are we talking about? We're talking about ID 1044 for amendments to the National Defense Authorization Act. This is coming from Burleson out of Missouri, Crane out of Arizona, Carson out of Indiana, Luna out of Florida, Moskowitz out of Florida, and Begich out of Arkansas. Bunch of people from the South. Are you from the South? No. Okay, what is this? Revised, it strengthens the unidentified anomalous phenomena records collection at the National Archives and Records Administration. Creates an independent unidentified anomalous phenomena records review board to review and facilitate public disclosure of relevant records, and requires heads of government agencies to identify, organize, and transmit such records. Okay. Do you really think the heads at the agencies, based on the performance we've seen coming out of AARO so far, even if we get this passed, do you think the agencies would play along, Daryl?
I mean, I would hope that they would play along with the president's specific task force, pursue.
Yeah.
I mean,
they should.
I don't know how involved Trump is with this, but I mean, I think he's pretty preoccupied with something else right now. But
I'm just talking about the different agencies. If Trump can't even get the information out of the CIA, do you think that this will get us there? Probably not, but it'll be a law. But you know what we're going to see? We're going to see, if you want to call it, abiding to the law to the same level what we're seeing right now potentially from AARO, which is not that good. However, the part that's important here, it says made in order. What made in order means it's been accepted. It's going to be in the package for the National Defense Authorization Act, along with all the other pork that they've attached to it. So when the National Defense Authorization Act comes up for approval in the House, I believe this is going to be part of the package, Daryl, which means it's actually getting through the House, which had looked like it was never going to happen.
Yeah. I wonder who's going to be on this board. Records Minister creates an independent, unidentified anomalous phenomena records review board.
Wasn't Danny Sheehan going and recommending some people at one time, Mike?
Yes, the New Paradigm Institute, which has its offices based right next to Congress in D.C., was supposed to specifically nominate and assign people to that board. But we haven't heard anything about that in years now.
No, we haven't.
No.
Well, maybe something will happen with it. We'll have to see. But but I guess Congress gets to nominate the people who they want to have on the board, right?
Yeah.
But it's the president, the executive branch, that gets the ability to accept or veto the people who they want to bring on the board.
Correct. That's absolutely right.
What do all these numbers mean? I don't know. We'll have to find out. But either way, it's good to see, Mike, that it's actually going somewhere. It has failed 3 times, which is like 3 balls, I guess. You can call it, because it's 3 strikes, they're out. You get 3. You need 4 balls for a walk, right?
Right. So
we're at 2 strikes, 3 balls, and let's see where it goes. But maybe we'll get it there.
Well, maybe. I'm more interested in Burchett's whistleblower protection bill and having them pass that, because that will definitely help a lot.
That never went anywhere.
I know.
As standalone legislation.
I know.
Wow, did you know Shelley Montgomery is 6'2"? She's as tall as Alien Girl, but like half the weight.
No, it's the person responding to Shelley. That's 6'2".
Oh, that's right. Never mind. I'm sorry. National Security 03 drinks. Yes, that's correct.
PC Anderson. Yeah.
There we go. So we got that one taken care of. We've got that one. No, not that one. Well, Christopher Sharp has a good article today.
Good. What's it about?
Give me a second. I'll do a screenshot so I can go ahead and not show the words to people as we're talking about it, and I'll find more pictures to throw up and to bring up on. You remember picture, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's their own version.
Perfect. That'll work.
Yeah. I just missed the trolley and the alcoholic known as Lady Elaine. God, Lady Elaine looks exactly like that one woman who's from the Shark. You know, the Sharks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what viewpoint he thinks whoever did this drawing is, because I don't think there's a building down there.
No. He's in a UFO.
With a podium and curtains.
In a UFO. Well, where else would he be?
Oh, wait. Isn't there a Trump hotel in D.C.
Not
for
there,
visiting
no.
dignitaries? Right next to the White House?
No, I think this is all messed up, actually. I think the Capitol is probably where Trump would be. I don't know. The Capitol's not in the background like that.
Could have been flipped horizontally. You never know.
It's those UK guys making the shit.
Yep. You're right.
Yeah.
They don't know where the
Didn't we
shit
throw
goes.
them out of here before and tell them to take all their tea and fucking stuff it?
Yeah, and they burned that building right in the middle down in 1812.
1812. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God Dolly Madison right in there.
or another false dawn. It's difficult to tell. Liberation Times understands from multiple sources that a presidential speech confirming that some UFOs are of non-human origin has been prepared. But wasn't that coming from Lara Trump already, too?
Yes, yes.
Oh, God.
And it was supposed to come out July 8th. We never got it.
All right, let's get past this whole
Yes,
speech
please.
thing. All right, so Liberation Times understands that several UAP disclosure advocates, some operating independently of one another, are lobbying the Trump White House to go beyond the measures announced so far. Why would you end a sentence with so far and start the next one with the so far?
You wouldn't.
Yeah. The White House disclosure plan appears to mirror one developed by retired Rear Admiral Tim Gallaudet, who served as acting administrator of NOAA during Trump's first presidency. In early 2025, he met with officials from the Trump administration to discuss a comprehensive whole-of-government approach to UFOs, other known as UAP. Gallaudet has previously gone on record to go ahead and outline his plan for UAP disclosure, including a White House directed policy issued through an executive order or presidential memorandum, which we've got, the establishment of an interagency group chaired by a senior White House official or a cabinet member to coordinate a strategy and lead efforts. I believe that's pursue legislation passed in Congress aligned with the White House policy, ensuring coordination between the executive branch and interagency efforts. Now, the first two elements of Gallaudet's plan now appear to have materialized, at least in substance. Trump directed agencies to begin identifying and releasing UAP records, while an interagency UAP governance board, which includes Harvey fucking Loeb, friends, that's a problem, supported by a new science advisory council headed by fucking Avi Loeb, has been created to coordinate the administration's efforts. The third element may now be taking shape in Congress. The House is expected to consider a proposal from Burleson that would create an independent review board. No, it's there. It's going to be part of the NDAA. But, Mike, I think it's going to be hard for the NDAA to get through because I think they've attached a SAVE Act to it as well.
Yeah, they did. And I don't believe there's enough votes for the UAPDA, so we're going to go for the fourth strike on this.
But in the Senate, we're dealing with Murkowski from Alaska.
Yeah. Susan Murkowski. Yeah, they ain't going to pass.
No. Well, we'll see. I would also empower the federal government to... Yes, Daryl?
Let me just throw something out here, just lest anybody believe that Tim Gallaudet is a fan of Trump. He is not. Just this whole idea that they're adopting his plan, I don't know.
Okay, I can see that. Kind of looks the role. Kind of reminds me of John Kerry a little bit.
Yeah, well, if he goes to do a promotional video of this, and I can't remember where it was, but he reads a passage from his book, which is not reflecting well on Trump purposely. So
that's okay.
Yeah, just
50% of the people, 45% of the people don't like Trump. 55% of the people like Trump, and it's he doesn't have to worry about getting reelected at this point. So he's not there to make friends and influence people.
I just want to make sure people understand they're not like buddy. Even though it says they're adopting his plan, they're not buddy.
Yeah,
at all.
Which means he could have some TDS residually in there somewhere. You never know.
He's not very happy with the fact that Trump shut down a lot of NOAA and basically fired a bunch of his friends.
Oh, there you go. Well, providing, but you know what? We're talking about the weather, and AI can handle the weather just fine, even better than most forecasters these days. So as long as they shut it down and replaced it with really good AI, I think we're all set.
Yeah.
So if you're going to college right now for weather and forecasting, don't think you're going to get a job at the National Weather Service. Trust me, I follow a lot of the weather folks over on X, they also go ahead and they're the same ones who chase tornadoes are the same one who chase the Aurora Borealis, and they're not happy about that. So while providing compensation, any technology of unknown origin or biological evidence of non-human intelligence held by private companies or individuals, a broadly similar proposal that has been introduced in the Senate, although neither measure has yet passed in their final form, remains uncertain. No, the UAP Disclosure Act actually did pass in the package in the overall approval for the National Defense Authorization Act, and everything right now is on the House to get it through. And if it can, we're going to get it. Wow. I thought that would never, ever happen. Now, according to Fox News, hold on. Yes, Trump has directed agencies to waive previous non-disclosure agreements. Yes, we talked about that stuff. Oh, he's talking about Lou Elizondo, the former head of the Pentagon's Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, has argued that those involved in legacy programs may require amnesty, immunity, and even witness protection. It's not clear yet whether Trump's directive provides a broader protections, such as amnesty or immunity. Although it does not authorize public disclosure, it creates a formal route for insiders to approach investigators, meaning one of the conditions considered essential for accelerating disclosure may be falling into place. By allowing officials to test claims from purported first-hand witnesses, let's just say it from first-hand witnesses, the process could give Trump greater confidence in the evidence before deciding whether to deliver the disclosure speech understood to have been prepared. Oh, we're back to that shit again. Okay.
Well, the fact of the matter is they have speeches written for every eventuality. Russia invading, the United States, and China, invading.
It's like
it's in a drawer.
Well, if you talk about all the major television networks, if Trump were to die, they already have the videos played to go ahead and play in memoriam of Trump.
Yeah. But specifically, they do write these. The military writes plans to invade Liechtenstein. I mean, they have all these plans just sitting around collecting dust. So
okay, quick. Obscure Future says, I love Trump, but the soft disclosure is making me pissed. I don't think it's soft. I think we've got a regular staircase we're going to have to go ahead and climb. And as we get past each step and go to the next one, the information's going to be better. We're not going to get everything all at once. Don't plan on it. Don't hope on it. Just know that we're not running a sprint. We're running a marathon, and we're going to get there, but we've got more impetus behind us than we've ever had before. Oh, you could say it's all scripted. Yeah, show me the fucking proof on that one.
It's like a metronome right now. Like,
yeah,
before the last 2 years, even, the metronome was tunk, tunk, tick, tock, and now the tempo is increased, and now it's tick, 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 tick. I mean, right. It's increasing, people, whether you know it or not. Sometimes you're like the frog in the pot, right? You're the frog. He's in the water, and you gradually turn up the water, and he never notices the frog until he dies from boiling. Yeah. We're the frog in the pot. The closer you are to the
Kelly,
subject.
We really love Biden too. Seriously, just saying.
I love Baby Biden on those Baby Biden videos on YouTube.
I know. Within the White House, Trump's. Did I get this one here? Yes, I don't think there's a speech. There could be a speech, but nah. Trump's powerful deputy chief of staff, Stephen Miller, has emerged as a central figure in the effort, like freaking Igor to freaking young to Dr. Frankenstein. Congressman Burleson has described the administration working through Miller as, quote, aggressively pursuing UAP disclosure. Yes, bring it on. Given Trump's preoccupation with legacy and his inherent unpredictability, he may yet choose to deliver a speech prepared for him. Yeah, I guess. Preoccupation with legacy. He likes things that are big. He loves great analytics. He loves the 1.5 billion views we got in a week and a half. So yes, is this going to feed his ego that he's going to come out and say, hey, fuckers, I'm the first person in the last 80 years to go ahead and bring out the truth. Fuck you. I'm going down in history. None of you are, right?
It is more likely to happen with Trump than anybody in the
He's got
Anybody
the ego.
probably before or after.
He's got the ego. If he does, the announcement itself would be not only be the beginning, the White House would then face a more delicate task of helping the public understand and absorb its implications. But that's what we got Dr. Phil, isn't it?
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. One figure who could assist the effort. Oh, there he goes. Psychologist Dr. Phil, as a familiar broadcaster and prompt Trump ally. He used to be a familiar broadcaster. He's run on hard times. His last company went bankrupt in 2005. He's got his new company trying to get out there, but he's trying. He's worth $500 million, Daryl. He doesn't have to work.
$500 million.
Yeah.
$500 million.
Dr. Phil could provide the administration with a recognizable mainstream voice with which to explore the psychological and societal consequences of disclosure. I don't think they could find anyone better. Even if they chose Oprah, I think Dr. Phil would do a better job. His team was recently given an early look at the fourth tranche in the administration's continuing release of previously government UAP records. And according to the Need to Know podcast, McGraw told Christopher Mellon and Bryce Abel the material arrived with a handwritten message from Trump. Have fun with this. But he's also been talking about in the interview today that he's been told about the next upcoming release or the next ones we're going to be getting, where we're going to be getting gun camera footage. We're going to be getting a radar track and a sensor track to go along with it, which really aligns with what Lou was saying when Nick and I saw him about a month ago.
That's cool. I don't. There's. I don't know. You need to look at the chat, I think.
Oh, which one are we talking about here? Are we talking about Dusty Gee?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I got this. Yeah.
Oof. He gets a minute. Disinformationist in the chat. Let's leave it at that. A Lou hater. There's other channels you can hang out with if you really don't like Lou. McGraw may not be the only outside figure being considered as any part of the effort to the public. News Nation Ross Coulthard has reported citing people inside the administration that the White House is consulting with spiritual leaders and speaking advice on how the public might absorb confirmation that humanity is all alone. Okay, any of the shit that's coming from fucking Ross, don't believe a word of it. 72, 75, 80% of the stuff that's coming out there is just fucking clicks and, it's just about getting clicks and views, and it's a clickbait kind of approach to what he's doing. So, yeah, I know I kind of like Ross, but, well, I have to say, though, his interview with Dr. Phil was decent. No participating religious leaders have been publicly identified because they're probably not talking with them, and the White House has not confirmed that such discussions are taking place. But it's not just they're going to talk to the Christians or the Catholics or the Protestants. They're going to have to talk to the Buddhists, to the Hindus, to everybody, to even the Muslims. Everybody needs to be brought on board. So it's not just like you can go ahead and talk to the crazy Christians and they can come out and saying this is all the fucking devil and Satan coming out for it. No, you have to look at the whole thing as a big piece.
Yeah, the interesting thing is is Billy Graham's son named Billy Graham? What is Billy Graham's son? He's taken over the Billy Graham ministry. Anyway, he's a good friend of Trump, and if all of a sudden he starts talking about it, then there's some crazy shit around the corner.
Yeah. Send your money. Protect us from the demons coming from the sky. Only your money can help us get there.
Franklin Graham, thank you.
Yes. Elizondo previously proposed the creation of emerging technology czar with the National Security Council who would advise... National Security Council.
Sounds like somebody needs some national security.
Well, yeah, why not? I'm the one who has to do all the reading here.
I'm saying you're ice. You're down to ice, it sounds like.
Well, no, I always fill up the glass with ice. There was a slosh in there.
Mm-hmm. I can tell you a story about that. Mellow gaming, where are you?
There you go. All right. Coordinate policy across government and engage with Congress and media and the American public. If appointed, Elizondo could therefore play a central role in guiding both the government's response and the wider disclosure process. Whether it culminates in the speech Liberation Times understands has been prepared. Oh, God, he's getting back to that speech again. He's trying to circle back, Daryl. We don't like people who circle back. Sorry, but Chris, come on. You're pushing it. But the machinery of disclosure is now taking shape across the White House, federal agencies, and Congress. And just for the record, I've been supporting Chris on a monthly basis, small amount for 3 fucking years. So we love you, Chris. It may yet unravel or may be approaching the point at which demands for a definitive answer become impossible to complain. So, things are moving forward. We're not stuck in the mud with our wheels spinning.
Has Chris been on the show before?
Chris
Liberation
Mellon?
Times? Chris Liberation Times.
Yeah, he used to be in until there was an incident that happened with a certain dike disclosure.
Did she wake up with her pants on backwards by any chance?
I can't say. I'm not allowed. We don't talk about that time.
Okay, that's the person.
Nick, your hand is up. Do you think the aliens could be LGBTQIA++? Or do you think they're just like to be called it?
Inside joke.
I can't wait till Trump does a speech and be like, okay, American people, some of these objects are basically non-human. Just need to say that. Just have a speech and say that, and then we go on our lives. Okay, cool. It's non-humans.
Isn't this Liberation Times who came out with this article?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, someone just said Ross is not a grifter. The stuff that he brings out where the story becomes about Ross, where he talks about the giant UFOs that are too big to move, when he talks about all of these people that were kind of in there that can't talk, that tell me stuff, and I know, Lou, that you're lying because all the information that's there. No, both Corbell is definitely a grifter. But Ross is right there in the line, right behind him, and I hate to say it to you.
Does it for money, Thomas.
What do you? But wait a minute. Ross has a studio in DC that he has to fill with daily reality checks and different stuff going on. So in order for him to maintain what's going on and for him to get his job, I don't trust him either, Lion. It's just Mike. Maybe not Mike. I think there's a personal conflict there on that one. But all right, so where else are we at? Now there was, I believe, not needed that. I believe, let's go ahead and get back into the studio. Daryl, how are you? Let's get you back up again.
I'm doing just great with my jaundice, apparently, and red face. Let's see if I can change that.
It's still...
There we go. No. Yeah.
I could apply the filter. Hold on.
No filter, please.
No, it's a filter. No, it's not a face filter. It actually just removes the red from the image. Trust me, I use it on a regular basis. No, it's delighting in your house for the time of night. That's what's going on. No, you don't have Jonas.
I think it's perfectly fine.
Just do
I don't know what you're talking about.
There you go. Now you'll remind me of Heat Miser from fucking
Heat Miser.
Yeah, Heat Miser and Snow Miser, the Year Without a Santa Claus.
Oh, no.
I'm Mr. Green Christmas. I'm Mr. Sun. I'm Mr. Heat Blister. I'm Mr. 101. Friends call me Heat Miser because whatever I touch begins to melt in my clutch.
Oh.
I'm too much. Dun, dun, dun. You never saw that as a kid growing up?
Is that a Chicago thing?
No, it's Rankin and Bass. It's a classic.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
The few years off in our age has definitely made us watch just one or two different things.
Hey, I even did the song. There we go. All right. So where the fuck was I? That's right. I was going to go back.
1-800
588-2300 Empire. Oh, there we go. Today,
Yep.
as they say now.
Today.
All right, we're gonna fucking man. Let me get back to X. There's got to be things happen on X. You know, I know there's a video out there of Christopher Sharp that I grabbed. Wait, we have a clip here from Dr. Phil over on News Nation. I know it's only 23 seconds. We got to be careful. It's coming from Reality Check, and I don't want to piss on their lunchbox. Maybe we'll have some clips tomorrow on that as it comes out on X. So let's play this next clip here of Dr. Phil talking with Ross that Mike and I got to listen to earlier today. So
it was a good interview.
Yeah.
We could talk
I guess
about it
two
tomorrow.
things.
Yeah, play it.
I guess two things that have jumped out at me as I've gone through all of this, and certainly in the one that we had the opportunity to dig into before it became public. Two things. Number one, there has been a massive cover-up. And two, there's no question there are unexplained phenomenon happening in our atmosphere here. I guess two things that have jumped out at me as I've gone through all of this, and certainly in the one that we had the opportunity to dig into before it became public. Two things. Number one, there has been a massive cover-up. And two, there's no question there are unexplained phenomenon happening in our atmosphere here. I guess two things that have.
All right, so we got that. Now, next, coming to the next one. This one is coming from Sean Parnell. I guess he's from the Department of War, apparently. That's why he's got that little symbol there from the DOW. The Department of War fully supports President Trump's critical directive to waive non-disclosure agreements for former government employees and contractors with relevant UAP information. This will allow them to come forward through official channels like DOD, AARO, and Pursue. Pursue needs to get a Twitter account. Lou, please. The president's bold step, if he can help the people on the outside figure out what you figured out many years ago, we need to fix that. The president's bold step also removes long-standing barriers and advances the administration's commitment to unprecedented transparency. It will ensure that any new insights into UAP can be properly reviewed and shared with the American people, building on the historic declassification efforts under Pursue. Yes, Susan, they're not bringing up AARO. Yes, we know you're a good cover-up queen, but my God. So there we go, coming from the Department of War itself. All right, let's. Joe Murgia said, as long as that information makes its way to the public in a timely fashion, waive all the Mary Elizabeth Elliott NDAs, let her speak at a public hearing. And away we go. Most watched hearing ever. The craft was left levitating. Seriously, can we hear from the guy who allegedly accidentally did that? And I said, well, it doesn't sound like the information disclosed is going to be made to the public, Joe. Disclosure Pursue is an available option, and I'm sure most will take that route as AARO is not trusted by most, if not all. And Joe came back and says, it says it will all be made public. We shall see. Kozlowski's arrow under these new conditions may be different than Kirby. No, Kirky. No. It doesn't because... well, we know it may be made public. We went through the paper. It could potentially be there. So let's get rid of that schmuck who is there. All right, so let's move on. Get out of that post, whatever else we have going on here. We covered the NDA getting through. All right, so someone brought out a post and said, let's see what the next excuse is from the grifters. Maybe a good topic for the show, Thomas Fessler. And it's like, oh, yeah. And it's like, thank you, President Trump. Someone said Trump orders agencies to waive the NDAs for UFO witnesses cooperating with feds. And this is about the grifters. Oh, they all already get the point I'm getting to. Ambassador level admission for $7,763.52, which includes $7,500 plus a $263.52 fee to go ahead and hang out with Dr. Greer for a CE5. That, my friend, is a grifter. Flat out.
Right in the dictionary, there's his picture. DC Muscle Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We covered the justice.gov. All right. So we got a clip here of Christopher Sharp hanging out with, that's Matt. What's Matt's last name again?
Laszlo?
Oh, no, Matt, the congressman.
Matt Pervert.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. The guy used to be part of the House, but he was going
Matt
after
Gaetz.
Matt Gaetz was dealing with some underage girls, apparently.
Well, he had videos of having sex with these underage girls, and he was showing them on the White House, on the congressional floor, and a lot of the congressional members were very uncomfortable
So
with him
Greer's
doing
not
that.
the only one who likes them young. It's Gates does too, but it's of the opposite sex, so that makes sense.
Correct. That's right. Yep.
Both in D.C., though. Let's just say D.C. Muscle Wolf.
Right. That's right. Now, interestingly enough, the Congress was investigating Matt Gaetz for these charges. And at the time that they resolved the investigation and were going to make the announcement of their determination publicly, the day before they were going to announce it, Matt Gaetz resigned.
Yeah.
And when he did that, they didn't have to release the information anymore because he was no longer a member of Congress. Funny how that works, isn't it?
Hey, Matt. Hey, Daryl. I think we've identified another third person who's not an Ozembic. Matt Gaetz.
No, he's gone the opposite direction, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy some stock in Oreos.
Let's listen on here. Let's see what he has to say with good old Christopher Sharp. You know, Christopher Sharp could talk for an hour, and unfortunately, he's going to get cut off time and time again. Let's get to it. Here we go.
I think there is a real notable change in methodology. Whether it's been Republicans or Democrats for most of my life, the answer was everything is explained, and anything that you think is out of the ordinary is just a kook or an anomaly that has not been revealed yet, but nothing that would cause concern. And here, it seems to just be like, release the information and then let the public decide. Do you think...
Chris, move your camera so it's right over the screen when you're looking at the people.
I think that's durable, that transparency viewpoint, where if you just put enough information out, your internet sleuths can connect the dots.
I think from a psychological perspective, it helps prepare the public that there are some really anomalous things being seen in the skies and in space. And I think it actually...
Here's the problem really quick. They didn't even fucking zoom in on this video. And the most important thing is when you zoom in on the video, you're seeing all the stuff fucking like pulsating and regurgitating and everything else. That just doesn't look like that little sphere. It actually looks like it's fucking alive. But then again, what do the people at OAN know?
Not the same as you do here on the show.
No. And we're the only channel that's out there that goes through the stuff frame by frame to figure it out on the day that it comes out because you deserve it. Here we go. That's the only way I know how to do this stuff.
Yep.
It kind of increases curiosity. And when people feel curious about things, they do want some kind of conclusion. And you'll never get a conclusion, and you won't get any certainty unless it is confirmed by someone of stature and authority that what we are looking at is non-human intelligence. Yeah. And I think, there's been so many stories, including by myself now, that, contact may have been made decades ago with non-human intelligences, and that craft have been recovered and being reverse engineered. And in fact, that there may be a secret arms race behind the scenes between China, Russia, and the US in terms of kind of, getting to this technology first in terms of exploiting it. And whoever exploits it first will be the undoubted superpower of this earth, unchallengeable. So I think the stakes are really, really high, according to some really, really credible people, in my opinion.
Yeah. In opinion, I just realized, Daryl, I have one can of Red Bull left. And I had to order.
And it's straight vodka, everybody.
Oh, fuck no. I've got the other shit I can mix with it, but it has like the stuff that just tastes like, oh my God, horrible. So we got a clip here from that. We've got no, that speech is not going to happen. Wait a minute. Don't go there, please. And there's more. Oh, God, where are we at? Talking about a bunch of bullshit out there. Witness Citizens back. Good to see you, my friend. It's been a long time. Hopefully you're feeling better. Oh, we got doggies. We got other stuff going on. Wait a minute. That reminds me. There is a clip from Schumer that I have in my bookmarks, and I believe it's from Matt Laszlo. He's actually doing his job again, Mike.
About fucking time, Thomas.
Yeah, he's been quiet like for a fucking month, and he has a lot of excuses like, well...
Yeah, we know.
Staff anymore?
Well, he's got himself. He knows how to do his stuff. We got that. There's the Tom Kelleher thing. Where is the one with... Okay, this is fucking cool. They're doing a single cell manipulation with a laser-powered microbots using elastic nanorods and laser tweezers. So they're going to go grab a cell and they're going to fucking capture it. And they're going to bring it into their little fucking thing here. This reminds you like what bacteria, how it's created. And then they're going to go ahead, and now that they have it captured, they've got another device. They're going to go bring it in and try and go ahead and bring these things together. Yes, that's true. What could possibly go wrong here, Wolf Dog? Yeah. That's just humans fucking around with shit that we really should not be fucking around with. Because apparently this is at, let me go ahead and get this video full. This is at like 10 UM, which is really fucking small shit.
What is it that they've captured?
A cell.
What is that?
What kind of cell?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Neither do they. That's the really weird part about it.
It's down in Hungary. Which I'm kind of hungry right now too, so I only had 2 pieces of pizza for dinner. So
lots of good-looking people.
These microbots were 3D printed with 2 photon polymerization. Here's an open access link to the paper. I don't think we want to go there right now.
No.
What else we've got going on? Hey, look, they've got new self-driving trucks in China, Mike. But not the kind of self-driving truck that you'd expect like you'd see in the United States. No
Is it a Terminator truck?
Well,
they like to build those in China.
What does it look like to you?
Oh, maybe. Wow.
Yeah, it could be AI or something, but if that's the large battery, who knows? Or maybe the large battery is underneath a part of it at least, but it's still interesting to see. Yes, the Chinese are going and advancing. Well, we got the stuff on Trump. Yeah, there's a good place. There's a guy I follow over in China who said, we are the camera maker and focus on thermal applications. Yes, he's got the Trump wig on because he wants to sell and stuff into America, but this is a new sensor that they have that's infrared that they're using for new stuff to go ahead and actually track what's going on. And the amount of detail that they're getting out of these sensors these days out of China, Mike, is through the freaking roof.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Wheelie. It's true.
Yep.
All right. Where else are we at? We've got that shit from yesterday, UAP Disclosure Act passing. All right. So, wait a minute. Okay, Senator Chuck Schumer, Ask a Poll actually got a quote out of him. Now, this is the guy, Mike, who's like co-sponsoring the UAP Disclosure Act.
With Mike Rounds, yeah.
With Mike Rounds and the friends in the House.
Yeah.
First question, have you been able to check out any of the Pentagon UFO files yet?
Have you been able to check out any of these Pentagon UFO files?
Yeah, no.
Are we going to see your...
No. There's been 4 tranches.
He hasn't seen one yet.
He sponsors the UAP Disclosure Act. But he hasn't looked at one fucking image or video.
Why would
PDF.
he? Well, why would he? He doesn't have to. He doesn't need to.
For those of us that weren't paying attention, who is this?
Schmuck Schumer.
Chuck Schumer.
Schumer. Oh.
Yeah, the guy who likes to go ahead and put cheese on raw cheeseburgers and a barbecue.
Yeah.
Schmuck.
He's not barbecuing.
No. He doesn't.
UAP Disclosure Act?
Hope so.
Okay, so the question is, no, are we going to see your UAP Disclosure
UAP Disclosure Act?
Hope so.
Hope so. Thank you, sir.
I hope so. He is so photogenic for the camera and audio.
Yeah.
It's just wonderful to hear this coming from Schumer.
Yeah. Schumer doesn't give a shit, it seems like.
No, he's probably heavily involved in strategy for the midterms right now, would be my guess.
Yeah, he could be, but the UAP Disclosure Act is coming from Schumer in rounds in the Senate, and then we've got a bunch of friends over in the House. Oh my God, they've got the old fat picture of Burleson before he got on Ozempic.
Oh my God,
grew a beard.
Wow.
I said
you guys talk about it for you talks amongst yourselves. I'm verklempt. I need to go get some more national security.
I knew it.
Can you handle that?
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, Nick will take care of it. Go ahead, Nick.
So there's a news video in the back chat.
Wait, no, hold on. Where's the fuck is that on? Hold on. Desk solo. No, not that one. Where'd it go? Interview. No, not that one. I know. Hold on. Guest Thomas. Here we go. Go ahead, guys. Talk about the UAP Disclosure Act and how wonderful it is. Audience, you're there with them too. I got to make sure you're fine. Should be. There you go.
Nick, do you have anything to say about the UAP Disclosure Act?
Not really. I don't know if it's going to pass. I don't know.
Oh, Ryan, what?
Ryan, we love to hear what you have to say as long as it's not about Trump.
You may have caught Ryan off guard. What is your video, Nick, that you put in the back?
Basically, Cobalt talking about how the weapon systems, probably UFOs, are basically on par with weapons of mass destruction, and that they can do extraordinary things like teleportation and things.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a physical object that can go from 80,000 feet to 50 feet in a blink and a half second, if that can go through an aircraft carrier, that's a problem. So yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
But anyway, the UAP Disclosure Act.
Yeah.
He says he thinks it's going to happen. Chuck Schumer. I don't think Chuck Schumer knows what's going on either anymore.
He really doesn't. Nor does he seem to give a shit. And he really hasn't the whole time. I mean, the last time around, when they were trying to get it passed for the third time out, he had every opportunity to promote the bill to get support for it before it went up for a vote. And he did no such thing. Neither did Mike Rounds. So they never really were too gung-ho on this, unfortunately, which is probably why for the now fourth time running, it doesn't usually have a chance in hell of getting passed.
Right.
That just seems to be where we're at in Congress. That's why this Congress is so dysfunctional and doesn't really get anything done.
You know why, Mike? They're so partisan.
And
there's so much stuck up in their own party practices. It's polluted their ability to get stuff done. It's also polluted the American people to be fucking crazy like they are. It's sad.
I said
Yeah, so Nick was moaning on the mic, so
no.
I had to mute him.
I sent a video in the back chat.
Yeah, listen, what you do with your juices is your business, not ours.
He sent us a movie. Mike, we got to be happy. What did he send us? Oh, God, no fucking way.
Oh, no fucking way.
I will not play anything from Ashton Forbes.
No. Off limits. You know that, Nick. You should by now.
He's on the Vajuju juice list.
Yeah, the Vajuices. Yeah, I said that. That's why I muted him.
Yeah, and he actually hangs out over on Gaia these days.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Really? Wheelie. It's actually true.
It's true.
Okay. All right. So we got, look at that. We got a pink White House. Wouldn't Trump be so happy about that?
No, not one bit.
Liberation Times reports that the draft speech confirming, we just talked about that as bullshit. There ain't going to be no speech. All right. What if the UFO legacy program is a perfect smokescreen coming from overclassified, like your messages are? The narrative of recovered NHI craft and biologics has dominated UAP talk for years. Grush's 23 testimony, congressional hearings, and everything. But what if you flipped the script? What if elite gatekeepers shielding our own generations ahead of propulsion breakthroughs? Oh, this is that same bullshit, Mike, saying, we've already got the technology. The UFO stuff is a cover-up. We already figured all that shit out.
No, it's bullshit. That's been debunked already.
Well, that just fucking...
Yeah, That has been done multiple times, Thomas. Everyone knows it's not true.
Fuck. Okay, I had to unfollow him. Sorry. Usually has good stuff. All right. Anything else? Out of the Shadows. Ooh, Out of the Shadows. The pre-order UAP Luigi just came out and said yes, he's just pre-ordered his copy of Out of the Shadows by Jay Stratton. It'll be arriving on October 13th. That's a long time from now.
Oh my God!
I ordered my copy weeks ago. Like, this is big news.
3 weeks to go. I mean, 3 months to go, almost.
Yeah, a lot could happen from now until then.
Yeah.
You may not need to read that book by the time.
Apparently, there is, for those who love Lego, there is a new Lego set featuring Mulder and Scully and a gray alien. How much are they going to sell this for? $300?
I don't know. Does it come with the lighting?
Are you gonna buy it, Thomas? Are you gonna buy it?
Fuck no, are you?
No.
No, it's just, there we go. All right. Michael Batista. He's one of those left-handed gay psionics people from, they used to hang out with Jake Barber from Skywatchers, right?
Yeah, yes.
All right, we got 47 seconds. Let's see what he has to say.
What's going on, guys? Mike Batista here. The other day I made a post.
I'm down low. There we go.
About my visit to Mount Shasta and how I was able to have an amazing interaction that we weren't even trying to record. Well, now I'm going to talk about what we did record. While we were out there conducting a field operation, we were able to catch a glimpse of a craft coming in to the frame like this and then arcing up at an angle at immense speeds. We're also encountering a type of phenomena we call...
You know how far up that fucking thing is? That's like 80,000 feet, 100,000 feet, 200,000 feet up, so it came into us. No, it was way the fuck up there. If it was down close, it would be within, like 100 or 200 feet of them. But cool,
it's
that
an
they
amazing
caught
interaction. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's an amazing interaction.
You're saying it's a major erection. Yes, there we go.
I knew that's where your head went a minute ago. So
like this, and then arcing up at an angle at immense speeds. We're also encountering a type of phenomena we call the flashers.
But this is the same stuff the guy who was to living down in Tacoma, moved someplace else, would always go ahead and capture. He was always doing sky fishing. He had 2 Psionics cameras, like one of these, but they're pointed up in the same area, and he was able to see stuff like this, flashers and other stuff. God, I think the flashers of
this stuff is up there all the time.
I know.
All the time.
Where it looks like a camera flash in the night sky. Doesn't have to be big. It's usually quite small, but it's usually indicative of a craft that's responsive to a binary type communication, like yes, no's, flash once, flash twice. That's something we encountered and we got on video.
Well, it's not quite the stuff that Lou has said, Mike, that's everywhere around us all the time. It's a bit farther up there. But that's okay.
So he's talking about photographing flashes. What is he, in a male bathhouse?
No, that would be on like the streets of New York where the guy opens up the vest and say, hey, you want to buy a watch?
Yeah, exactly.
Except they've got they've got a street somewhere near you where all the people lay out all their goods, right?
Canal Street in Little Italy and Chinatown, yes.
Nick Shirley's been there quite a bit lately.
Franklin ruins Bible study by bringing up the Nephilim. There we go. As a nice kids. One.
Yeah, nice.
If I can find this. Should be here somewhere. Nope. Can't find it. I'm trying to find that book, Mike. Susan loves peanut butter and her 7 puppies.
Well, we have that book, Thomas.
I know. I got to find. I was going to bring it up and share it. We're quantum reality. Nope. Jacques Vallée and everything to that extent. Mike, it looks like we've covered about everything for UFO Disclosure tonight. We got the new releases that came out. We covered it well. I guess we could go to and ask me anything if the audience has anything they want us to go ahead and cover, because I think right now, according to what I'm seeing, we've got escorting a Nordic ET is more of a gay erotic film that they're going for at that point. So no, I think we've about covered everything in the news for tonight.
I believe
Audience,
we
do you have any
have.
questions?
Sure.
Hey, has everyone subscribed yet? Yes, we've lost some subscribers lately. I asked people to go ahead and subscribe earlier during the show, and that apparently drove some people away. Maybe those are the trolls that I actually went and kicked out. But either way, if you're having a good time, you enjoy the show so far, do us a favor. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. We'd love to have you as a regular. It's the only way we're going to eventually get to 18,500 people, Mike, although right now we've dropped pretty low. That's not Ivan, is it? No, it's not. Thank God. Hey, we got a super chat.
Get a super chat. Yep.
Yeah, thank you from Grand Staley. I think I pronounced that right.
Yeah, Grand Staley. 8650.
Is that our first super chat for tonight? I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Grant. Long day, just started the live stream, so I'm behind. Hope everyone is doing well. Have a good week. Okay, we've been covering all this so far. What else has not happened that we haven't covered yet? Oh, Jesus Christ. I think we about hit everything. Now, I guess I could go back. Let's turn back the clocks of time to my Twitter feed to see is there anything that I haven't played yet, or just something we could play to get there. We played that. We got that. We got Christopher. Oh, we've got all the bullshit that was brought out from Carrot. All right, so there's a bunch of bullshit that was brought out yesterday or the day before coming from Ross Kohler. I know you may love him, but he's bringing out these papers that were a hoax back from like early 1990s or so, and it was basically showed all these different diagrams and things that were out there, and basically went and said, look at this, it's alien diagrams, it's an alien language. No, it's just fucked up Japanese characters that they went and screwed and came up with something. And then they had these objects that they said, oh, look at this, it's interdimensional objects that are coming in and they're within the world around us, and it's actually AutoCAD drawings, and it's a bunch of bullshit. But this was brought out by Ross earlier this week, I think like yesterday, right? Or Monday? Or
we covered this yesterday.
I know, but it's just trying. And here's another one of the pictures of these phenomenal objects. Reminds me of fucking Billy Myers.
Right. It's all bullshit.
Yeah, it is. We got the UAP Disclosure Act, Avi Loeb. All right, so here we got Danny Sheehan. The idea of a living craft is crazy, but Danny's going to go ahead and talk about a living craft, something that has like brain material in it, and is hooked up with consciousness sensors and fiber optics to go ahead and allow the pilot of the UFO to go ahead and control the craft through consciousness. Here we go.
And then they began to mount what they refer to as a kinetic program of actually trying to bring down UFO.
I know.
Trying to develop.
Let me just go ahead and download this, make it easier to see because it's really fucking small.
Yeah, we got a minute 46 to cover that.
All right, here we go, folks. It's better. Are UFOs sentient?
And then they began to mount what they refer to as a kinetic program of actually trying to bring down UFOs, trying to develop some sort of scalar weapon where they could interfere with the kind of navigation of the UFOs to force them down and to take them captive so that they could have intact operational craft. And it was there that they learned that these craft are operated telepathically, which came as quite a surprise to them, that there were no instrumentation inside the craft. It was just this kind of room with seats in it, and there was a helmet that the pilot wore that actually interacted with the...
Did it fit the shape of the characters with the huge head like the Greys? Interesting.
The fiber optics in the craft, but it turns out that they discovered that in the craft itself there are not only advanced fiber optics, which we recovered from the debris of the Roswell crash, but operationally inside the craft these fiber optics are co-joined with brain tissue. The actual synapses and dendrites from the brains of the extraterrestrial beings through the whole process of stem cell technology, where you can generate new tissue. If you put stem cells into direct contact with actual other kind of tissue, they will replicate it.
No, it's if you go ahead and take mushrooms or DMT, it creates a process called neurogenesis, which results in the creation of gray matter in our brains.
We now know this is whether livers or hearts but it could generate dendrites so that there's wiring in a sense inside the craft that are made up of dendrites and synapses from the brain tissue from the extraterrestrials, and so the craft are actually.
He's getting a bit old, isn't he?
Oh, he's definitely up there. There's no doubt about it, Thomas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. See what else we haven't got. We got Schmuck Schumer from the other day, Disclosure Act.
I do have a poll queued up for whenever you'd like to.
Let's do it. What are we going on?
How many people are watching right now?
385.
382.
Okay, I just want to make sure I don't offend anybody.
We're losing people.
Kidding. All right, well, good. Here's a good poll for everybody on their way out. We'll call it an exit poll.
There we go.
While you're putting the poll up.
Poll's up.
All right. Let's find it, folks.
All right, I voted already. It's the obvious answer, yeah.
All right, we have a poll going on here. If I can go ahead and find it, where the fuck did it go? Will we see recovered materials and biologics before the end of the year?
Fuck no.
Yeah.
But if anybody has questions for me, Thomas, or Darryl before we end the show, put it in the chat in all caps, and we will do our best to answer it.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. A lot of people have already voted.
55 people in. Joseph, your hand is up. What say you?
In response to Mike's question, I would love to hear the three of you put out a list of the people that now are able to disclose what they know. And I'm even thinking of Bob Lazar. Like, would he be included in this?
He's not.
He's a schmuck. He's had the chance to come forward and tell the truth, but he hasn't. I don't believe a word that came out of it. I'm sorry, Joseph.
Okay.
But he could come and say, I'm a whistleblower. Here's the information, Congress, or pursue, or RO. I want to go ahead and be a whistleblower. But that would also put him in the area if he gets there in front of people and he lies. He could actually wind up his ass in prison.
And justifiably so. So Elizondo's part of this. He can now disclose legally?
No, not at all.
Elizondo can disclose to pursue or RO. He would never go to RO. He would go to pursue. And yes, he could.
But not publicly. But
not publicly unless it goes to pursue and they decide that information should be brought forward to the public.
75 votes in.
Yeah, we got two more to get to the usual 77 votes. We're already at 2 minutes. Okay, Google.
Come on, you 77.
For 30 seconds, please.
The 77 Club needs to reign true.
I gave us an additional 30 seconds to get to 2 more votes. But it's not going to change anything. We had 49%, 59% to 41.
It did change. It did change again. 79 votes.
81 votes. There we go. We got it.
I just have to say, I think that's it's interesting. I think it's interesting because that gives there's people that are hopeful.
Yes.
For that.
Syrup, our friend from California, who hopefully doesn't suffer from TDS. What say you?
As far as the voting goes, I'm going to say yes because I'm voting.
Yes.
I'm going to vote with my heart, right? Logic, I'm not even going to answer that. But I do have a question. So I guess these whistleblowers can disclose to AARO, and then the other person is who? Are the other people?
Pursue.
And what is that?
Pursue is the new organization that was set up by the president to aid in the disclosure of interagency documents to bring out to the public. Basically, it's a representation of the deep state that he's courting.
So is that a good thing? What is your guys' opinion on that. Is that good? Is it bad? Are we trusting that or what?
Yeah, I think it's better to trust that than it is to trust AARO, tell you the truth.
Oh, definitely. So these whistleblowers, I guess, cannot testify to Luna or anyone in a skiff or the FBI or anything.
No,
they only have
can
those
come
two
right. No,
options.
they can only come forward to AARO or to pursue. They can't go to their favorite representative or senator.
Says you'll go to jail if you do that or something.
Man, that is so sketchy. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Joseph, your hand's up. Go ahead.
Do you think that there will be oversight as to what is released from either AARO or Pursue, or is this just another filter that prevents us from knowing the truth?
Joseph, Pursue is the oversight.
Okay.
They're the ones who make the decision. There's not another body above them that makes the decision. They make the decision and they bring it out. All right, Daryl, we have a question in all uppercase. Daryl. Where's it at? Let's get to it. Let me get to the bottom so I can bring this up. Though there may be people in the back who are more familiar with that position. Daryl, where's it at? Daryl, do you secretly want Susan Goff to ride in your Ferrari, not Lamborghini?
Yeah. First of all, I have class, so I have a Ferrari. No, I do not secretly want Susan Goff to ride my Lamborghini. And if Tim's listening, I'm just joking.
Yeah. Next question. Does the whistleblower amnesty apply to mathematics and physics that has been previously classified? Probably yes. If there is mathematics or physics that were classified and these people were potentially, but it only goes for people who work for the federal government, right? Or contractors. So if you're a scientist and your mathematics was classified, Daryl, I don't think that works with it, does it?
I mean, if the mathematics and physics is tied to the operation of a UFO, then I would assume that guy, like Lakatsky or somebody like that, could come and say, yeah, we worked it all out. This is how it works. I mean, I would want to know that.
Mike, we have a question that's geared towards you. Does Susan Goff turn you on?
What's up with all that Susan Goff?
Only if I want to have a permanent loss of erection, and I would have a bio suit handy, which I don't. And no, I would have to honestly say never in a million years.
What if you were trapped with her on an island?
I'd be humping coconuts.
If Susan Goff and Mike Disclosure were the only two people left on the planet and they had to procreate, I think, Mike, am I correct saying we would be seeing the end of the end of humanity?
Yeah, absolutely, because I would get the coconuts pregnant faster than I would get her.
Yeah.
So that would be the end of it for us.
Anti-Viagra. Daryl's poker face says it all.
Susan Goff is the erection killer super anti-hero. She runs around with a vasectomy gun shooting Republican men.
Who said that?
I just did.
Okay. But Mike, you have a duty, Mike, to save humanity with Susan.
No. Humanity would be a thing of the past if that was the case.
Would you do a menage a trois with Goff and Kirkpatrick?
No.
Who's that going to?
I wouldn't do it with Goff. Why the fuck would I do it with Kirkpatrick? No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. No way.
Maybe he wants it up. Well, yeah.
It wouldn't matter. I don't care where they want it. None of them would be getting it, is the point.
82 JD Bruder says, I predict catastrophic disclosure. Since a sincerely U.S. Army veteran. Yes, Mike, I say we need catastrophic disclosure. This town
100%.
needs an enema, right?
Oh, it does.
Bring on the fucking truth, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You got the president who just lives by that chaos motto, so I don't know why you wouldn't.
You need someone as crazy as Trump to bring out disclosure, don't we, Daryl? That's the thing.
Yeah. Look, they've got aliens and Zeta Reticuli. We can actually get there in 23 minutes. I got a golf course,
Oh, can I get a Trump hotel there, please?
Yeah.
I want the exclusive rights.
Yeah, absolutely. so much real estate out in the entire megaverse.
Cosmos, Carl Sagan, the Brazil Luciano, the man likes coconuts. I guess you like coconuts, huh, Mike?
No, I used to, when I was younger, drink
Castaway,
pina
but the
coladas.
romantic version.
Yeah. No, I would only consider getting a coconut pregnant if I had Susan Goff on the island with me. Otherwise,
Daryl, take
no.
one for the team for disclosure. No, not with Susan.
No.
No, well, I mean, if it was
says, yes, this is
disclosure,
awesome.
I saw somebody else said, would you perform fellatio on Susan Goff if it meant disclosure? You know what? Yes, for all of you, I would do it. Absolutely. I would have a bottle of Listerine right next to me, but yes.
Could you? Because the reality of that barrel is no.
Dude,
what do you mean, fuck yeah?
I've been looking for, I don't have any kids. I don't have any, like, pavilions named
Daryl,
after me.
you are the father. And you're like, no fucking way. It's not possible.
Daryl will take one for the team.
I mean, forever in history, my name would be, secured, So, yeah, absolutely. I'd do it.
Daryl, you have to realize her penis is probably bigger than yours. So that would be a killer right there.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't say we would shoot her right afterwards.
Don't forget. She's got the waddle, the waddle. She's got the turkey waddle.
Yeah, well, that's probably from the plastic surgery to remove her Adam's apple. It looks like
She's moving the balls out of her neck. That's like she's like
that
a turkey.
guy you keep flashing. That guy you keep flashing on the screen. I think played for like the '78 Jets and as a center, I believe.
See, that's what I told you about a big dick, right?
Talking about a big dick, I've got a piece here from Ross Colhart. But I think the audience is actually enjoying this. They're having a fun time. Yikes.
See, there are some people that will take one for the team. I bet you there's some other people in the chat.
I don't know. Are there any bottom bitches that you know of that's in the chat
much
right now? How much
alcohol would it take? And would you, would you go for the JJ or the exit protocol?
Whatever the rules are, I'm ready to play for disclosure.
Let me take a screenshot of her and compare Susan to my brother-in-law. Thank you, Terrence. Everyone's having a fun time. Yeah, I know. Come on, folks. Like and subscribe. You're not going to get this shit anywhere else. If Susan does watch this show, will we never get UFO Disclosure, Firefly?
Yes. That's a funny fucking poll right there.
Actually, it would be. But her job is to make sure that we never get disclosure. So listening to the show, I don't think would impact that one bit. She gets what she deserves for the job that she's had for going on 17 years now.
Yeah. Firefly, look, you just got a wrench for that one. It's about fucking time. Mm-hmm. She's always been bitching, convetching, going in the chat, talking with Scooby about, oh my God, I didn't get it. They took my horrible wrench away 3 years ago. How dare they?
Well, you got it back now.
Yeah, you needed to go ahead and actually show something of how you feel about the show. So there you go.
Right.
J Cat Meow is saying meow, 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 and a clown face. Really? The Port Avi Lube? Well, we got our own bottle here, folks. If you want Avi Lube, it's for your only price of $9. And come on, fucking, my face is hidden. Focus. There we go. God damn it, Avi Lube. I had to write that shit backwards.
No, we could read it. That's clear as day. Avi Lube. Good job.
There we go. Hey, the audience is going, Chad. Elvis Roten is happy. If you suffer from early morning wood, keep a picture of Susan Goff on the bedside table to help you get your trousers on in the morning. Thank you, Razor Revolution.
Oh, absolutely.
And the war. And the Nero Might administration will disclose everything. I'm sure of that, yes.
Yeah, there ain't enough.
Those who release their inner TDS, Mike, will come together and realize we get disclosure.
Yes. If we actually do get disclosure out of this administration before his term ends, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, I think a lot of people would be happy to see that.
Weedlander says he's got to roll a joint. Well, you don't have them pre-rolled? What the fuck? Really? Oh, you know, or is it on demand? If Avi and Susan were on that island, would they be able to save humanity?
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
I think they'd have to. I think Avi would sell her.
When Avi would see the size of her penis compared to his, he would shit himself.
Well, I mean, then there is
Are
no
you
way
saying
of...
she's a hermaphrodite? We talked about this the other night.
We did. Yes, I brought it up.
The back. The back is where the fun chat is at, folks. Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Where there are no YouTube censors, we could say anything back there.
And not
oh my God!
trouble.
And there was a lot of shit that was said yesterday.
It was so bad.
way.
I guess we had Ryan come back in. Was it Ryan? Not Brian. No, who's the one who drinks too much? Does the AI stuff?
Oh, Kyle?
Kyle came back in. And he went off on fucking Scooby-Doo. Remember Scooby? And you actually had to end the fucking thing and say, no, end this chat for everybody because he's a fucking nutcase.
Yeah, well, you know, I have to do my job sometime. That's a job.
So if any of the 347 people want to experience any of this
349 people still. Do you imagine Susan Goff singing Under the Rainbow? I can't.
No. No, not at all.
Well,
There's no way.
Metal Gaming 420, it's time to puff and pass.
Is he in
not
here?
Be the Bogart.
Is Metal Gaming in here?
No, well, he's not, but he's out there somewhere. Weedlander from the Highlands of Scotland. Syrup, your hand is up from the state of California. What say you? Just jump in. What the fuck?
I was going to say, okay, so this is bad, right? Pursue, if these blowers go to Pursue.
That's the best place to go. I mean, I've got a quote from someone who I can't name. Pursue is better. AARO is pretty much worthless.
The only thing Pursue has going for us is Pete Hegseth and Luna and them are technically with Pursue, right? You're just, but I feel like the ODNI being involved in this,
they're fucked. They've been firing everybody, including all the people who have been leaking information to Jeremy Corbell. Dan, we know it's you.
So why the fuck
if
is
you didn't
ODNI?
get fired, you'll get fired soon. Sorry, I'm not part
So
of it.
why is ODNI even a part of this? I don't understand why they want the ODNI. I get it. There's going to be black project stuff and spy operations they don't want to expose.
Talk amongst yourselves, guys. I'll be right back.
But why are we like? I just don't feel. My gut is
the ODNI. Everybody all those intelligence agencies roll up under the ODNI, I believe.
Right, they do. So what was the question, sir? What did you want to know?
So I'm just spitballing, man. I'm just venting a little bit. I guess I don't have an exact question, but I don't feel like Pursue is a good thing, man. I feel like the ODNI is going to get in the way of all this shit. And I think if a whistleblower comes with good information, they're going to be like, okay, we can release this to the public, but that good stuff, we can't release that because of national security.
Well, here's the thing, sir. Pursue is an all-of-government program from the White House. And it encompasses both Title 10, which is the military, and Title 50, which is the intelligence community. ODNI only oversees Title 50, part of the government. So anybody who's a whistleblower comes forward, they would have to reach out to Pursue that covers all aspects of the government, not just the IC. You understand? So it wouldn't just be ODNI, because they don't oversee Pursue.
So do you think if we have a whistleblower that gives good information on biologics or something like that, do you think there's going to be people in the back scenes getting in the way saying, no, we can't release that to the public?
Well, no, they can't release anything that is said for someone who comes forward to the public, but they can give it to the president. That's the whole idea behind this waiver that we got today.
So the president can make that decision to disclose that information to the people if he wants to.
It's Pursue, not the president. It's Pursue makes the decision. Trump is delegated.
Yeah, but Pursue will run it by the White House and let them know what's going on. And the ultimate decision is always with the president on anything that's going on with the government.
So what is your gut instinct, Mike? Because I know you can be critical of this kind of stuff. What is your gut instinct? Is Pursue a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's much better than fucking AARO ever would be. I could tell you that, sir.
Yeah, I do too. But do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing?
It's good.
Like,
It's a fucking good thing, Syrup. What do you think?
Okay.
Syrup, what the fuck do you think?
I mean, I think it's better than nothing. I don't know, man. Fuck. Why can't they just get in the skiff and tell Luna, and Luna can tell everybody?
But they don't even need to get into skiff anymore. They can get the people to come forward and tell them to them, but it's not going to go to fucking crazy Luna. It's not going to go to Burleson or Burchett. It's going to go to the Pursue board, and they're going to be able to bring the stuff forward and say, you know, we heard all this different shit. Should we bring it forward, folks? Does it make sense? But the problem is Avi Loeb is part of that, so he gets a vote in that. So that's a problem.
Whoa. Well, I think there's a misunderstanding here. I think the Pursue is a part of the governance board. That's the secret board.
Pursue is the governance board.
Yeah, Pursue is a function of the governance board. That's how it works. So those people that are secret, we don't know who they are. Those are the people that are on that board. They're part of the let me grok this. The UAP Governance Board, also called the UAP Governing Board, an interagency body established in support of President Trump's UAP Transparency Directive.
Thank you, J-Cat.
Which includes the Presidential Unsealing and Reporting System for UAP Encounters, or Pursue. Includes Pursue. UAP Governance Board includes Pursue. Period.
Okay. So there's Pursue, there's the UAP Governance Board, and then there's the UAP Scientific Advisory Council.
This is the way I look at it. The governance board that has Pursue,
and a brain to match is Mr. Know-It-All.
But Pursue, being a part of the governance board is made up of people with top secret clearances. The science board committee thing that Loeb is a part of, is the head of, does not have top secret clearances. In fact, this is a weird one. Loeb said he's never even signed an NDA.
Well, Loeb's crew is just going to analyze this information and try to give a prosaic explanation or something like that, right? That's all him and his people are doing.
But the reason why Pursue is the place for whistleblowers to go to is because it's made up of the people that are the most significant people in this whole project. They're the ones who know what the fuck is going on. They're all the people with the top secret clearance.
But when you say that, what I hear is these are the people covering this shit up because they know what's going on.
Here's the thing. So this board is secret. So more than likely, Stephen Miller is the one who put together the board. So Stephen Miller is Trump's mouse in Trump's pocket. So I think that the governance board is the place you want to be. That's the fly on the wall. That's where you want to hear what's going on in that board. You know what I'm saying? It's totally secret. And it's where
Loeb said he's a member of the governance board. You're the one who pointed out 24 minutes in, remember?
He said he will be.
Right.
And Pete Hegseth, as far as we know, is playing ball for our side, right?
Hegseth is part of the governance board.
Yeah, he's pretty much the one in charge of collecting all this for a lot of this information from the other agencies. But he's playing ball, right? Like he's always been one of the ones that was on our side for disclosure, as far as we know, right?
Oh, we got a complex question in from the audience really quick. So who should whistleblowers whistleblow to? So who should whistleblowers blow?
You should blow Pursue.
Yep. Yes. As we got from a quote of someone who I can't mention. What did they say again about Pursue?
It's better than AARO.
Pursue is better. AARO is pretty much worthless.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. I agree with that.
But the thing is, what's missing is the government, the executive branch, needs to provide the public with the published directives so it's real. We went to the White House website. There's nothing there. In order for the public to understand it's real, they need to see and read word for word the published directive. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Hey,
It'd be
Thomas, you said we could jump in. Is that okay?
Yeah, go
right
for
ahead.
it. I've been asking to jump in for a while, but
Yeah. Well, I've called I've texted in here like, I don't know, 30 shows in a row. I thought I'd take a break, but I always get sucked back in. But so one thing I was going to mention is that we also have this legislation that is probably not going to pass, but let's say just for a chance that it does, we might risk the chance of having too many committees and too many. How would that tie into this? Because then they would have to reorganize a little bit, because that's on risk the chance of having too many committees.
Legislation doesn't take effect until next year.
Right.
So even though it's passed and everything, the president generally does not sign the National Disclosure Authorization Act until the end of December. So even if they have this stuff and it's passed, we're in fucking July. We got August, September, October, November, December. We got 5 fucking months that I counted on this hand. Not with 6 fingers, but 5.
That makes sense now. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So
even when he signs it, they're not going to set it up in December. That's going to happen sometime at maybe the end of the following year. You know how it is with government agencies. They don't pop up overnight.
All right. Well, that makes sense. That's my only comment. I was just wondering how that would tie in, but we'll have to wait and see. If it passes,
that's what it always is. It's always a wait and see, isn't it? But until then, we got 5 fucking months. But the president's shit can go on its own. Yes, there can be additional stuff coming from the legislators. Let's see if it gets through the House with the next vote, if they're actually going to allow it in. Because don't forget, they've included the UAP Disclosure Act as part of the NDAA that also includes... What else? What does it include, Mike? The SAVE Act.
Yes, the Voting Act.
Oh, yeah.
Which probably isn't going to pass because there's no time to implement it before the election. But that's all.
But there's time
I'm with Mike.
not the midterms, but there's times to implement it before the next presidential election, and that's the important place to get it. Right? Get it taken care of before.
So women who are married and they change their last name, they have to go through a whole process to reacquire their driver's license and everything. Anyway, I agree with Mike that they should pass Tim Burchett's
they're not going to.
Whistleblower protection. I know they keep shooting it down. I wish they'd pass that, but yeah. Anyway, that's my only comment.
You know what? But if some women can't vote because they can't go ahead and have the stuff there from the previous stuff, if they can't go ahead and figure out how to go ahead and find a birth certificate to get it so they can register to vote, they don't deserve to have a fucking vote in the first place, because it's the most simplistic thing. You want to go ahead and get your birth certificate when you're born, you look for it on YouTube, on Google, you search for it, you can get it, and you can get it in your hands the next fucking day. So to go ahead and say people can't go ahead and get their ability to vote, no, if they needed a birth certificate to vote what's going out there, I don't have mine, but if I want to get it, if I want to be able to fly someplace else, I need to go ahead and present that to Washington State in order to get an advanced ID to go ahead and vote. Now, you're from Washington State, Ryan.
Well, I disagree with you on...
Washington State has this law where if I want to go ahead and get the ability to get an advanced ID, I need to provide my birth certificate. Now, which is more critical? Me getting a driver's license of a higher advance so I can get something to fly, or is it to vote? The right to vote is the most sacrosanct place we have in the United States government to say that's saying, oh my God, you're putting the level up so high. That's ridiculous. But if we have the same fucking regulations to be able to get an advanced driver's license in the state of Washington just for the state, not for the national election, how the fuck is that too much?
Well, all this, and they will, for what? How many votes are you? There's 15 cases that they found of voter fraud that they found or something. Or, no, they found. I think they found,
my friend, a lot more than that.
Well, I haven't seen the evidence yet.
Well, you haven't seen the evidence, of course, so you can't
because
talk
there is
to
no
it.
evidence. Because there is no evidence.
There is no evidence because it wasn't allowed to be evidence in all those
because
things
it's not
after
evidence.
the election.
Anyway, here we go again with politics.
You're not.
Can't you keep the show apolitical, for fuck's sakes? And a lot of us don't want to listen to this shit.
Well, then leave. You know where the door is. Fucking follow it, and don't let it hit you in the fucking ass. Just saying.
What happened? What do you mean? What does that mean? Apolitics.
Apolitical, not one side or the other is what it means, sir.
We are in the middle. We are in the center. We have been in this place forever, and the left has moved farther and farther left to where we are on the right. And that's just the reality of where it is, and I'll call it out where it is. We dealt with this fucking bullshit before the show from stuff that was brought up, and I'm just going to deal with it now. So I'm sorry, folks, if I didn't go ahead and handle this stuff in a demented way. I just have to handle it because it's just fucking bullshit.
You remember when we were having those ICE conversations? You got pretty heated then, huh?
Oh, good. They're doing a good job. Doing a good job.
So, Thomas, we have a super chat from JCat.
Oh, we do?
Yes, sir.
Well, JCat, meow, national security overtime. Yeah, we've been going with that, having some fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
All
yeah.
right. Thank you very much, my dear lady. And Perfectly Imperf sent another one for $4.99. A bunch of wonderful super chats. And yeah, I got a little bit heated, but you know what? We hate politics. When anybody gets down to that point, we will dig our fucking feet into the ground. And even Nick.
Yes, we hate politics because it's just so divisive. Like, because I know socialists, and I just can't have conversation with them, Thomas. I just can't have conversation with them. It's just too complex. So I just thought.
Exactly.
I just move on.
We love everybody.
And we got another super chat. Yeah.
Thank you, my friends. $10. And we're going to get there. I'm sorry if we're dealing with some stuff, but I am not going to back down from my position to fucking some people who are dealing with chronic TDS. And they're going to go there at this point. I will hit them point for point because fuck, it's my live stream. And I'm going to deal with it because, yes, we know we want disclosure to be literally bipartisan, but we get into some of the partisan shit that's going on. I'm not going to back down from where I sit, or neither you, Mike, or Daryl, or Nick, or anybody else.
I mean, I don't agree with some of Trump's policies and things, but I mean, as far as being the disclosure president, I don't think there's ever been a president in history who's been able. I mean, look how far we've got.
Nobody's done this, Syrup, in 80 years. Nobody has done this.
So this is a good thing for disclosure, regardless.
Why do you think the Democrats don't even talk, touch this topic, like Mike and Thomas? I didn't even touch this topic. Like, why do you think Mike and Thomas?
That didn't exactly come out right, but let's all hope Reagan was right. Come together.
Why do the Democrats touch this topic? Because the Democrats don't even touch this topic, like Mike and Thomas.
There's no reason they don't touch the topic. It's bullshit. I admit that, Nick. If you look at everything that's been going on, all the stuff that's been led by the Republicans, they brought in Jasmine Crockett to go ahead and be part of the task force for the declassification of national secrets, and she did absolutely fucking shit, nothing for it. We're getting people who are part of it, like the guy from Indiana who was part of this in the past. Andre Carson, who dealt with this, and he's one of the people who pushed us for it in the past. And I love bipartisanship, absolutely.
It's currently not bipartisan, though. It's just not. Like,
They're not. It's party one side. We all vote one way. If there's something that goes someplace else, we ignore it, and they all vote one way. But then again, they are now going ahead and aligning themselves with the Democratic Socialists of America to extend their reach to it, which means now we're bringing in socialists, which are really communists, into the federal government of the United States, which is just so fucked up.
I think when people realize that there is something bigger and better, possibly, than them, then that affects religion and it affects politics the same way.
Yeah,
most people's minds are not going to be on religion and politics.
Yeah.
The problem with socialism, like Daryl, is eventually run out of other people's money. Eventually run out of other people's money.
Thank you for that education, Nick.
But there is Democrats fighting for disclosure. I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, Moskowitz, Schumer, if you want to say that.
I mean, and then you get exactly right. But I think a lot of it too is identity politics. Okay, who's running the show right now on disclosure? Trump. So if you have a deep seated hatred for Trump, you're just not you're gonna find excuses to not be about disclosure, in my opinion.
It's what the president should be doing. It doesn't make a difference if it was Trump or Obama or Biden. They all should have been doing this.
No, I agree. And
wasn't
Hillary
every
Clinton
single
supposed to be the
president
disclosure
going
president?
back to Nixon or before or Eisenhower going forward, they all should have been bringing out the truth. Let's be honest.
Yeah, somebody lost their balls somewhere along the way.
Yeah.
Probably because Lockheed Martin was contributing a lot of money to somebody's campaign.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we have over 300 people still in the audience tonight, and we only have 132 likes. So please, everybody.
Oh, we have 197. I'm looking at the live scoreboard, Mike. You're not.
No, I'm looking on YouTube, and this is what it's reflecting.
No, you're not. Let me go ahead and bring it up. Jesus fucking Christ. Let's bring it up and say, look, we have 307 concurrent viewers with 198 likes. You have to look at the thing that's on here from the stream settings, and that'll give you the most accurate count. 313 people with 201 likes. If you're having a good time, folks, you're enjoying me going ahead and going off on some libtarbs, you know what? I will do it because it's where I stand. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be myself.
You know what's funny is I have a number of gay friends and they are all Republicans. I mean, it's like you would think.
My husband was a tried and true Democrat until he met me and he started watching all the different stuff, and he started watching Trump more than I did. And he looked at the stuff and he was like, "Oh my God, this is where the truth is really at."
I think what you said. I think what you said earlier was a very picture. It was a good picture to paint when you said the fence is being pulled more to the left so much that now I'm in the right.
I used to be I've always been in the center. My dad was an independent, and as time has gone on, the left has gone more and more and more and more and farther to the left, to the point where I'm now on the right. But no, I'm in the center. But the thing is, the Democrat Party has moved towards socialism and more towards communism than they have moved towards the center, because it's just a fucked up mess.
Wow, I thought the number would go down of people watching when you said that, but it didn't.
No, we're still 315. We're having fun. See, Ryan, people care.
That's interesting.
It's not about fucking party politics or TDS.
It actually went up.
Yeah, 318. There we go. Aliens are, oh my God, aliens are pretending to be angels.
You attribute to these forces spiritual powers. You're just empowered. You're just giving them license now to run wild with their messaging to people. Oh, we're your ancient aliens. We were here before you, they'll claim. Or we're higher spiritual beings. We work with the angels. They sent us here to help save you from yourselves, right? Or we're actually the good guys and those other aliens are the bad guys. So we're trying to keep the bad guys from being in your world. When of course, in reality, they're all the bad guys. All these kind of ploys are being communicated to people broadly, not all over the world. I've given lectures in other countries that people are hearing this stuff. That's the only feed they have about life in the universe. Very persuasive. And if your nation is struggling and resources declining and the world looks ever more grim and difficult, people will flock to anything that looks like a source of provision and inspiration and stability, which are all promised.
All right, that is apparently. This is coming from Marshall Vegan Summers. Are extraterrestrials engaged in a long-term propaganda campaign to convince unsuspecting humans that they are representatives of a higher spiritual force?
Well,
The
who the hell
latest
is Marshall
episode of
Van?
Emerging Worlds with Marshall Summers. The link to the full episode.
Yeah, who is this guy? I've never heard of him.
I don't know either. I'm sorry.
He's got episodes.
He's got
Interesting.
big brow furrows that are there.
Yeah. No, is that some game you designed?
Well, no,
Yeah.
it's a bunch of it's VG maps where they're going ahead and taking the maps of all the different games, and they're actually going ahead and preserving them. What they don't have is they don't have the collision maps. They don't have the AI maps to go ahead and show where all the enemies with all the stuff that goes along with it. So they've got a good idea, but they're missing all the details. It's kind of like, well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ross Coulthard, key senators. Okay, this is from 2025. Ross is calling out key senators, and he says he's going to expose them if the truth doesn't come out.
At some stage, we've got to ask ourselves, are we being played? And I do think we're being played. I think there are certain senators in particular who are making noises about being pro-disclosure and pro-transparency. And frankly, I think they know full well about this program, this highly compartmentalized.
So is he talking about like Gillibrand? Or is he talking about Rounds or Schumer?
Program. I think they have been read into it. And I think part of the issue now for Congress is that there are parts of the Congress that have been read into the secret retrieval and reverse engineering program, and they don't think you've got the right to know about it. And I suspect also at the Trump White House level, I think Trump has drunk the Kool-Aid with sections of the national security section.
He is so fucking wrong. Just listen to how he talks about Trump here. Based on where we're at today.
I think Trump has drunk the Kool-Aid with sections of the national security industry who have told him that this is far too important a program to jeopardize by bringing it into the public arena before Congress.
Fucking bullshit artist. Flat out. You're a fucking liar, Ross. This shows it. You're just spinning stories to get clicks and views, and the truth of the matter is you don't know shit, and all you're doing is pointing fingers and all these substantive statements of what's going on. That's what Ross does. Again, this is a year ago.
So, yes, I suspect very, very much that we're being played right now, and I'm beginning to get very, very
Yes, Ross, we're being played by you and your fake sources.
Cynical, even though there are good intentions.
Joseph, just so you know, Joseph he's raised his hand twice.
Joseph,
I feel
go
like
for it. I'm sorry.
When he says we are being played, is he an American citizen?
Fuck no.
Right. And the other thing is, why isn't he pushing his government, the Australian government, to disclose? He's always criticizing the American government. I never hear anything about Australian government.
Because he went and alienated his own government for the false reporting he did in the past that got his ass kicked off of 60 Minutes. He's a tabloid journalist. He's like the weekly fucking world news, and people in the UAP community, right, Mike, don't realize it.
Right. Okay, thank you.
You remember the weekly world news? It was like fucking Bat Boy, right, Mike?
Oh my God, yeah. The tabloid journalists that were working on those rags at every checkout counter in every supermarket across the country.
And that's where he's coming from, and everyone loves him. He's got the voice, he's got the presentation, and everything's there. But this is the reality of who you're dealing with, folks.
Good people in the House Oversight Subcommittee that's looking at this issue, and at Paulina's committee, the Transparency Committee. I have a real problem with what's going on at Senate level, and I think that there are certain key senators that are actively
obfuscating.
I know, sorry, it died.
At some stage, are we Even though there are good intentions from the good people in the House Oversight Subcommittee that's looking at this issue, and at Paulina's committee, the Transparency Committee, I have a real problem with what's going on at Senate level. And I think that there are certain key senators that are actively obfuscating.
So, name those senators. He said he was going to name the senators. Did he ever name one senator? One?
No, never.
Never.
No.
He says he's going to name the names, but he never does.
And blocking the public's.
And by the way, if you've missed hypersonic boom or zoom from the chat, yeah, he
Boom.
was blocked.
Yep.
For a good reason.
Right to know. And I'm going to start calling them out shortly.
Shortly when? This is over a fucking year ago. I'm going to call out these people from, and this is on July 20th. 2025, Mike, over a year ago, and he says, I'm going to start calling out these people shortly. And he called out one fucking name? One name.
Nope.
Not one. So
Nope.
everyone who loves Ross Coulthart like you love fucking Obama or Biden or whatever it is, and you're going towards it and say, oh my God, look at this stuff. He's going to bring us the information. The fucking blowhard, yes, Uber holder.
I think it's really important that people realize we're being played.
Yes, by you, Ross, right?
I have a poll about this that I'd like to
sure.
Fire off, Thomas. Here we go. Starting the poll now.
All right, we got a poll starting up. We're no Anna Polina in sight, but we'll go for it. Is Darth Vader impersonating an Australian investigative reporter who only works in the U.S.? I mean, does when he goes and is talking so long? You know, it was almost like they made fun of Trump for a while because every so often he'd be talking. He made and people were saying he was doing coke and stuff, but yeah, we're getting that. But then again, there's someone who's in the chat who was doing it over the weekend. It was making the fucking Elvis Roten was making the what do you call it? The Darth Vader, not the Darth Vader, the guy from what was it?
C-3PO or something?
No,
R2D2?
from what was it? You played the video clip.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs, yes.
Oh.
Big helmet.
Big helmet. You
Rick
played the sound
Moranis.
effect of Big Helmet, and it sounded exactly like Elvis. Sorry, Elvis, but it did. We're honest.
Yeah.
We love
Yeah, yeah.
everybody.
But in case anybody hasn't picked up on Ross's breathing habits, that's what this poll is about. So
Yeah. We got 42 votes. And can we get to the 77?
Oh, yeah, 42 votes.
Okay, Google. I need a timer for 1 minute, please.
Slept in the votes here at the last minute. 42,
We have 42
votes.
votes in. Come on, vote, folks. This is probably the last survey of the night. We're already over 2. God, I tried to stretch this out to get 2 hours, and we're like, in 2 hours and 20 minutes. 46 seconds left to go, folks.
All that freestyling that you did for those 15 minutes at the end of the show kind of added fuel to
You know how
the,
I get down on a Friday?
conversation.
The only way I know how. The old school way. Hanging out with my buddy, jamming, old school freestyle.
Daryl, you brought it up on your own.
I was trying to see what that guy's car was. Did you see that? Like the very first frame of that video. I'm trying to figure out what kind of.
That's a 79 or 80 to 84 Cadillac Eldorado front wheel drive.
You had one of those,
spoke
Mike.
wheels.
But you had the
a few of
rear-wheel
those
drive
cars.
version before it went front-wheel drive, didn't you?
No, all Eldorados are front wheel drive.
Really?
From the 60s, 67, all the way up until they stopped making them. All front wheel
Didn't
drive.
Boss
Thomas.
Hogg drive an Eldorado too?
Yeah, he drove a convertible 75 Eldorado
Yeah?
convertible. Yeah. Yep.
Uh-oh,
The last of
Elvis
the big
found us.
boats.
He said, Thomas, I still say it. The air conditioning was the pets. I keep my face away from the mic because I talk too loud. We missed the Elvis in the back. Scooby, what did you say to Elvis to scare him away? He was here like for
I didn't
a
say
day and a
anything.
half with you.
I fell asleep whenever he left that night. I woke up, he was gone.
But then he came back, didn't he?
No, not Elvis. That didn't come back in the chat after that. He left that one.
But when we ended the show the one day, and I went to
We had
start
the
the
double
next,
day.
you
We
were
were in there
still
the
in
whole
there
time.
with Elvis. You can't give it up.
Yeah, we were in there for 2 days.
Yes.
And then that was it. Yeah, and then that was it. That's the end of the second day. I passed out, and I woke up, and he was
And
gone.
he's never been back to the chat since. So what did you do to him, Scooby?
Are you sure he's alive?
He hasn't been back. I miss him.
He's in the chat right now, Thomas.
I know, but he hasn't been
I
in the
still
back.
say
He's
the
up
air
in the
conditioning or the pets. I keep my face away from the mice. Well, Elvis, we love you, my friend. Jump in the back again. You've been missed.
I just don't know how you do 2 days like that.
I know.
Awake?
They did it, and now it's just like. I know. The logo's done. We got that. But you know what? It's been a great show, guys. Happy freaking Tuesday. We got some interesting news today. We've had a fun time. Still 277 people, but you know we want to leave with some with the people, so they're wanting more. I think that's how it usually goes, Daryl. Does that make sense?
And you have to be up to 5 a.m. tomorrow, so
Oh
there's that.
fuck yeah! You had to remind me of that, didn't you?
Yes, sir. It's my job.
The fucking flies in too. You never stop it. All right, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and thank everybody coming out to this episode of Disclosure tonight. Hopefully, we've got some news tomorrow. I did drop some little carrots here and there from one of our favorite friends in Disclosure, but you know what? If you got it, you know it. It's that easy. Yes, and by that doorbell ringing, it's time to go ahead and say goodnight. What am I talking about? Yeah, let me go ahead and find it. Yes, we got some great super chats in tonight. Who from? Let's bring it up and say thank you, Grant. We got J-Cat Meow once and twice. Perfectly Imperf. And Jared Rosenthal and Daryl is here, of course, as usual. I want to thank everybody for coming out to this episode. And we'll be back probably tomorrow. Hopefully there's something to cover. If not, we'll find some magical pixie dust to go ahead and talk about. On that note, my friends, I want to thank everybody for coming out to this episode of Disclosure tonight. Mike, thanks for being around.
Always, my friend. You know that. Great show
Daryl, thanks for being here.
Yep, it's time to go make the donuts.
Yes, it is. Nick, thanks for the side stories. We appreciate it. Absolutely. And as we usually say at the end of every episode of Disclosure tonight, eyes open, no fear, be safe, everybody. But
go back to Party City where you belong.
Absolutely. We'll catch you in the flip side. See you tomorrow, everybody. Take care now. Bye-bye.